gentlemen, as we get ready to rock and roll here for another night of wicked racing action. Woo! Oh, this is gonna be good, chat. This is gonna be good, baby. Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome in, baby. Oh, woo! Oh, 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 oh. Oh, this is gonna be good, chat. This is gonna be good. Alright, we need to fix our overlay real quick. Give me 2 seconds here, chat. 2 seconds.
Let's go!
We need to try and quickly Alright, come on now.
Let's
Dang
go.
thing. Work with me here. Woo-wee! Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we got one heck of a show for you here tonight as we're going to get ready to rock and roll with the Outlaw Racing League presented by Gears Unlimited as we're going to get ready to rock and roll. Let's get it, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go, baby. Oh! Woo! Oh! Oh! Woo! Oh, baby! Let's get it, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get it, chat. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, baby, this is going to be good. Woo-wee! Oh, oh, oh. Y'all whippersnapper Cody Andrew, what is good, my boys? Woo-wee! All right, let's get it, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, this is going to be good. This is going to be real fun, ladies and gentlemen. It's these drivers jumping out onto the racetrack here for their qualifying efforts. They're going to have 2 laps to lay down their quickest lap time here in this one. Woo! This is going to be good, man. This is a pretty good-sized field, man. We got a lot of fast cars. We got a lot of good drivers out here on the racetrack, and we're ready to rock and roll with a wicked night of racing action. This is going to be a lot of fun. Yo, Craig, Michael, Deacon coming in with that like. Harry, Jan coming in with that like on the stream. What is good, Harry? Susie Dickinson, Mama Bear coming in, smashing that heart reaction. Yo, V2R, Cody, Andrew, Tony Whipperman all coming in with the likes on the stream. Let's get it, chat. Let's get it, baby. Oh, this is going to be good. And these guys come together for a wicked night of racing action. We're going to have a triple header here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We're starting off here with the 358 modifieds. We're going to roll into the pro late models, and then we're going to end the evening with the big block modifieds for another wicked night of racing action. This is going to be absolutely massive. A giant field of cars, a lot of very fast drivers out here ready to rock and roll, and I'm glad to have each and every one of you here with us tonight as we're going to get ready to set these drivers loose for heat race number 1 here in just a few more moments. These drivers finishing up their qualifying efforts right now. Brett Carey with the quickest time out there on the racetrack. Nicholas Ellie out there in second. Chris Cox with the 3rd fastest. And we see Josh Andrews, Joel Burton out there with the top 5 in that 12 ride. Grant Weasley in position number 7 as Billy Roberts in the 99 ride. That Gears Unlimited machine jumping out into position number 4. Billy looking very fast, very stout out there in this one. That Gears Unlimited number 99 ride looking very good. Let's see if he can get a little quicker on his 2nd lap. He can't get any quicker there on lap number 2, but he's going to slide in to position number 4 on the speed charts. Ryan Carlisle out there as well as all these drivers getting done their qualifying efforts here rather quickly. Only 2 laps doesn't leave a whole lot of time, but there is Jax. Yo, Jan jumping to the top of the speed charts. Jax jumping out as the quickest car on the racetrack, taking that pole position away from Brett Carey and Nicholas Ellie as they are going to slide back to 2nd and 3rd as Jax jumping out into that top spot. Kick the tires and light the fires. You know it, Jeeper. You know it, my boy. Kick the tires and light them fires. Let's get it, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get it, baby. Oh, this is going to be good. Yo, Jason Butterfield. Jason coming in, showing that love, smashing that share on the stream. Let's go, my boy. Yo, Jeeper McJeeper coming in with that heart reaction. Chris Allman coming in with that like on the stream as well. What is good, Chris? What is good, ladies and gentlemen? Woo! Oh. 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 All right, qualifying about to come to a close here, ladies and gentlemen. Looks like we have everybody qualified. It's like we got 26 drivers in attendance here tonight for another night of wicked racing action. That means we're going to get ready here for the first race of the evening. The first heat race of the evening about to get ready here, about to get underway in just a few more moments. Tony says, hey, what oversteer is that? That is, let me double check here. I don't want to get it wrong. That is Michael Overstreet. Michael Overstreet out there. A lot of new names. We're gonna have to learn a lot of new names for some of these drivers. So if I do mispronounce somebody's name, I do apologize right out of the get-go. Please let me know in the chat. Please let me know if I do, pronounce your name the wrong way. I will help to try and correct it, but hopefully we can get it, and hopefully it'll be good. We're gonna try. We're gonna try to be very good with making sure we get the names right. Silly question. But how do I enter the big block race tonight? Chris, I would shoot probably Billy Roberts or one of the other guys here with the Gears Unlimited guys or the Outlaw Racing team. You'd probably have to join their Discord. It is a paid league, so you'd have to message them. I don't know if they're taking any extra drivers or not, but you definitely have to get a hold of probably Michael Vital or Anthony Vital, one of those guys, Jason Henry, maybe Clayton Hack, one of those guys. You're going to have to get a hold of them to try and get into the league, unfortunately. Fortunately, yeah, talk to Clayton Hack. It's closed, though. Yeah, I thought it was closed, Jax. I thought it was pretty much there at that point, that it was probably already closed. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get ready here for heat race number one. Heat race number one about to get underway as these drivers start to load into the sim. Down here behind that official iRacing pace truck down in pit lane as these drivers get ready to rock and roll and get ready to rumble around Eldora Speedway. As they get lined up, we're going to get ready here for our starting lineup here in this one. Starting on the pole in the 24 ride, that is Jax Yawn. And to his outside in the Gears Unlimited number 99 ride, that is Billy Roberts. Starting inside a row number 2 in the 88 machine, that is Grant Wesley. And to his outside in the 57 ride, that is Scott Troyer. Starting inside a row number 3 in the 93 machine, that is Jason Butterfield. Into his outside in the 55 ride, that is Blake Parsons. And bringing up the rear of the field, we see Lynn Vital as we are green flag racing quickly here in this one. As the Outlaw Racing League underway here in Jax Young out in front quickly, pulling away from the rest of the field as that 24 ride is absolutely shot out of the cannon here and quickly into the lead here, leading lap number 1 as Scott Schroyer trying to make the pass here on the high side around Billy Roberts. Roberts is going to slide back into position number 3, but he's going to try and battle back strong here on the bottom side by side, down across the start-finish line, and that's exactly what Jax Young wants to see, is Young out in front here. He's going to continue to try to pull away, stretch that lead out more and more as he's already out to a second lead over that second place car of Scott Schroyer. And Schroyer back there in position number 2. You see the 88 ride try to work his way around Billy Roberts as well as Grant Wesley try to work his way into the top 3. You had the 55 ride of Blake Parsons right there, as well as Parsons trying to work his way around that 99 machine, as well as the high side looking like the dominant line here. You see the 99 trying to move up into it. We see one driver get up into the outside wall and go upside down. It's the 93 ride of Jason Butterfield going for a ride down the backstretch, and we're going to see our first caution flag of the evening. First caution flag coming out here. Is that 93 ride, unfortunately, going for a bit of a wild ride here. A tough break there. Yo, Jaron Argesinger coming in with that heart reaction. Matt Fletchel, hey girl, what's up, Maddie? What is up, my boy? Matt coming in with that heart reaction as well. Midnight Toker coming in with that like. Briggs Kiker coming in with that like, or with that share on the stream. Let's go, Briggs. Let's go, my boy. Drew Allen Spencer coming in with that like on the stream as well, as we're going to take a look back and see what happens here to Jason Butterfield, as unfortunately it's up a little bit too high here on corner exit, gets up into that outside wall, upside down, and goes for a bit of a ride there on the backstretch. Good thing Lynn Vital quickly getting down low to avoid any additional contact. As you can see, that car is pretty beat up. An unfortunate break there for that 93 machine, as we're going to get these drivers stacked back up and ready to go back to green flag racing. He's just some bread and butter, eh? A little bit of bread and butter. You know it, Maddie. Yo, Daryl Larson, my boy Daryl coming in, showing that love as well, smashing that like on the stream. Ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't already, make sure you guys do that. Hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that follow or subscribe button if you're watching over on YouTube, as we continue to rock and roll, as we're going to get ready to set these drivers back loose. That was the last thing Jax Jan wanted to see, as Jan right there in position number 1, out to about a second lead. Now has Scott Schroyer and Grant Wesley right there on his back bumper, as the pace truck makes a hard left-hand turn down pit side. We're going to go back to green flag racing, as Jax with a great restart right there. Quickly the 24 right up to the high side, and he's shot out of the cannon once again here, as he's trying to pull away from Scott Schroyer once again, as the 57 ride trying to track him down. You see the 88 ride of Grant Wesley there in position number 3. Blake Parsons now up into 4th, as Billy Roberts down through the middle side of the racetrack trying to come back through the field here, as the 99 ride sliding back into position number 5. So a tough break there for Billy Roberts, as Jason Butterfield back out onto the racetrack here, as that Three Sons 93 ride there in position number 6, with Lynn Patel there in position number 7 in that 222 machine. But out in front, picking up the checkered flag here in heat race number 1, it is Jax Jan, as Jan picks up heat race win number 1 on the evening. Scott Schroyer right there in position number 2, as I do believe the top 4 drivers are going to advance here. So the top 4 cars are going to advance. So that means Jax Jan working his way into the show. Scott Schroyer, Grant Wesley, and Blake Parsons are all going to transfer through into the A main. Billy Roberts, Jason Butterfield, and Lynn Vital are unfortunately going to be going to the Consolation race, as we're going to get ready to rock and roll here with heat race number 2. Heat race number 2 about to get underway. Starting on the pole in this one, in the 524 machine, that is Brett Carey, and to his outside in the 09 machine, that is Ryan Stillwell. Starting inside a row at number 2 in the 518, that is Joseph Grandy, and to his outside in the 111 machine, that is Randall Dixon. Starting inside a row number 3 in the 98 is Wade Burris. To his outside in the 777, that is Jesse Livesay there in 7th, as we are green flag racing, and quickly the 524 ride of Carey jumping up to the high side of the racetrack here, running a little bit through the middle in 3 and 4, but up on the high side in 1 and 2. But you see that big run coming out of the 9 machine of Ryan Stillwell, and Stillwell looking down low here, trying to find something in a way to get around that 524. He's going to drive it in on the bottom side of the racetrack. He may try to slide up in front of that 524 ride. He thinks better of it. Here comes the 518 now. Joseph Grandy to the inside of the 9 ride. The Animal Racing Machine trying to fend off that 3rd place car, as Joseph gets up into the outside wall there just ever so slightly, as we see some great side-by-side battles around this racetrack. You see the 98 ride of Wade Burris trying to work his way up into the top 3 as well. Jesse Ingram back there in position number 5. He's on the outside looking in here as he's on the outside of one of these transfer spots. Brett Carey, though, out in front, continuing to do what he does best, and that's lead the pack here as he's holding these drivers off, but it's not without a challenge as here comes the 9 ride once again of Ryan Stillwell, as Stillwell down to the bottom side, a big run up there on the high side, continuing to pay off for that white knuckle racing setups number 524 machine as he's continuing to lead the way. Ryan Stillwell trying to figure out a way to get around that 524 machine. It's going to be very hard to do with that high side being oh so tough. It's going to take a big slide job to clear that 524 ride. He's looking down low again here, thinks better of it, down into 3 and 4 here as he's going to look for a big run here off corner number 4 to try to pull up somewhat even with that 524 machine before he throws that big slider going into the corner. Looks like he might get an opportunity right here as the 524 up into the outside wall, and we're going to have a new race leader. A new leader here in this one as Ryan Stillwell jumps up and takes that lead away as the checkered flag flies. The last lap, unfortunately, not working out the way the 524 ride would have wanted it. Our overlay, of course, for some reason does not like to work during heat races, so we're going to take a look back and see the final standings here of this one as last lap, Ryan Stillwell being able to jump up and make the move there after Brett Carey gets up into the outside wall down the backstretch, leaves that bottom side open. The 9 ride able to jump up there and take heat race win number 2 away from that 524 machine. Joseph Grandy and Wade Burris also going to transfer through to the A main. That means Jesse Ingram, Randall Dixon, and Hunter Livesay unfortunately going to the consolation race as we're going to get ready here for heat race number 3. Heat race number 3 out on the racetrack, and we're going to get ready to set these drivers loose. Starting on the pole in this one, in the 171, that is Jake Henry. Into his outside, that's Nicholas Ellie. Starting in position number 3 is that 213 machine of Michael Vitale. Into his outside, it's that 18 ride of Josh Anders. See Ryan Carlisle's and Briggs Kiker there in the 7 ride. Is the caution flag coming out rather quickly in this one? I'm not too sure. Maybe just a little bit of a broken up start there. I'm sure these drivers a little bit unorganized here to start this one as doesn't look like any contact, nobody going around, but I think caution flag coming out as everyone was kind of spread out there. No one was pulled up tight to each other or anything else, so the caution flag coming out, and we're going to get ready to rock and roll here as these drivers are going to get behind that official iRacing pace truck. We're going to get them stacked back up and ready to go back to green flag racing here. These drivers getting ready to get going here. Hell of a broadcast. Let's go, Jax. Let's go, my boy. That's what I like to see, my boy. That's what I like to see, homie. Oh, let's get it, ladies and gentlemen. Woo. This is one heck of a show, man. We always put on a heck of a show for all these drivers, all the fans in the stands. We always try to do our best. We have our Sunday's best on. You know, we always try to, dress to impress here on any kind of occasion. Every single night of the week, we're always trying to dress to impress. All right, as we're going to get ready to set these drivers back loose here and heat race number 3 already underway here. We got 6 more drivers getting ready to go to battle here for 4 more transfer spots into the A main as the A main not too far away here as heat race is coming to a close rather quickly. We're going to have a quick B main and then we're going to jump right into the action as our A main feature event about to get underway in just a few more moments as we are back to green flag racing here as Nicholas Ellie up on the high side in that 15 ride, getting a great start there. The 15 ride out in front, quickly leading the way here, trying to pull away more and more and more as you can see everyone else trying to hunt him down here. They try to hunt him down. Josh Anders in the 18 ride up into position number 2. Ryan Carlisle's there into position number 3 in the 19 ride. Jake Henry back into position number 4, holding on to that 4th and final transfer spot, but he's got Michael Vitale and Briggs Kiker there behind him as these drivers try to work their way up into a transfer spot. 2 of those Gears Unlimited rides right there in 4th and 5th. Unfortunately, one of them may be going to that B main. One of them may be transferring through as that 171 still trying to hold off the 213 ride of Michael Vitale and that 7 ride of Briggs Kiker. But out in front, it's the 15 machine of Nicholas Ellie out in front, continuing to try to pull away, but Josh Anders and the 19 ride of Ryan Carlisle trying to pull him in as here comes the 19 ride with a great run up on the high side through 3 and 4. He's right on the back bumper of that second place car. As these white knuckle racing drivers try to work their way towards the front here. The 18 machine looking very, very stout, was able to close the gap fairly quickly on the 15 ride, but now running out of time as we're going to see that white flag fly. So one more time around here for the 15 machine of Nicholas Ellie blinking a little bit, gets up into the outside wall just ever so slightly, but down into corner number 3 and out of corner number 4. It's Nicholas Ellie picking up heat race win number 3. Josh Anders there in second. Ryan Carlisle's there in position number 3 in the 171 ride, picking up that 4th and final transfer spot into the A main as we're going to get ready for heat race number 4. We're going to take a quick look at our finishing order here of our third heat race as Nicholas Ellie picking up heat race win number 3. Josh Anders, Ryan Carlisle's, and Jake Henry picking up the 4 transfer spots into the A main. That means Michael Vitale and Briggs Kiker, unfortunately, going to the consolation race. So we'll see them back in action, trying to work their way into the A main here in just a little bit as we're going to get ready for heat race number 4. Heat race number 4 out onto the racetrack, and we're going to get ready to rock and roll. Starting on the pole in this one in the 12 ride, that is Joel Burton. Into his outside, that is Chris Cox. And starting in position number 3 in the 28, that is Michael Overstreet with Kelly Wheeler, Kieran Roundtree, and Eddie Neal rounding out the field there in the 318. Is Eddie Neal back at the rear of the field? Going to have to pick up a few positions here if he wants to work his way into the show. Out in front, though, it's the 515 ride as Chris Cox jumps up and takes the lead away here off the opening laps as he is absolutely shot out of the cannon. That high side paying off once again as it looks like this racetrack very high side dominant right now, but you can see it continuing to change. This track continuing to slick off more and more. That high side is going to continue to get harder and harder to run as the laps continue to get pounded off up there on that high side. That cushion's slowly going to go away, and these drivers are going to have to move around the racetrack to try to find some extra grip, some extra traction around this racetrack as Joel Burton there in position number 2, trying to stick right with that 515 right at the front of the field. Michael Overstreet there in position number 3 as Kieran Roundtree there in that 4th and final transfer spot as the 2 ride up into the outside wall just ever so slightly as that Fox Racing number 2 ride trying to hold on to that 4th and final transfer into the A main. Kelly Wheeler there in position number 5 in that DNS remodeling number 11 ride there in that 5th position on the outside looking in, and Eddie Neal in that Gears Unlimited Outlaw Racing League number 318 ride back there in position number 6, but he's all over the 11 ride's back bumper trying to find a way to jump up into position number 5. As Chris Cox continues to lead the way here, a little bit of a freight train throughout the field as Chris Cox continues to show these guys how to get it done here in heat race number 4. Joel Burton right there in second. Michael Overstreet closing in on those 2 as he's been able to work his way closer and closer towards the front of the field here as that white knuckle racing number 28 ride working his way to the back bumper of his teammate Joel Burton right there in front of him, and Kieran Roundtree now under attack here as a little bit of 3 wide there, as we're going to see the checkered flag fly. As the checkered flag flies here in heat race number 4, Kieran Roundtree being able to pick up that 4th and final transfer spot into the A main, as we're going to take a look here at heat race number 5 and how they stacked up, as Chris Cox was able to pick up heat race win number 4 on the evening. Joel Burton there in 2nd, Michael Overstreet there in 3rd, and Kieran Roundtree in that 4th and final transfer spot. That means Kelly Wheeler and Eddie Neal, unfortunately, going to be joining us here in this one for our B main consolation race. As we're going to get ready to rock and roll here with our B main, we got 10 drivers loading into the sim here. 8 cars are going to transfer through, so that means 2 drivers are unfortunately going to be joining the fans in the stands here tonight, as only the top 8 drivers are going to transfer through into the show here, as we're going to get ready for the starting lineup. So our B main is going to get underway here, and starting on the pole in this one in the 99 machine. That is Billy Roberts. To his inside, actually, in the 777 machine, that is Jesse Ingram. Starting inside of row number 2 in the 213, that is Michael Vitale. And to his outside, the 11 rider, Kelly Wheeler. Randall Dixon, Jason Butterfield, Eddie Neal, Hunter Livesey, Lynn Vitale, and I do believe Briggs Kiker out there on the racetrack, all battling for these top 8 positions to work their way into the A main feature event, as Billy Roberts quickly leading the way here in B main here action, as he leads lap number 1, the 99 machine out in front, leading Jesse Ingram and Michael Vitale. Vitale there in position number 3. Jason Butterfield there in 4th as the 93 ride comes up the racetrack, just barely clears the 111 ride of Randall Dixon, as Dixon there in 5th. Eddie Neal and Briggs Kiker having a little bit of contact back here. This is for 6th and 7th on the racetrack, and currently holding on to that 8th and final transfer spot. The 11 ride of Kelly Wheeler in position number 8, but he's got the 97 ride of Hunter Livesey right there behind him, as Livesey right there trying to find his way to get around the 11 ride of Wheeler. Wheeler trying to hold on to that final transfer into the show. Lynn Vitale back there in the 5-1 or the 222 machine in position number 10, only about half a second behind that 8th place car, trying to work his way up into that final transfer spot, but unfortunately that Gears Unlimited 222 ride sliding back ever so slightly, getting super loose in the middle of the corners. Out in front, it is all the 99 ride of Billy Roberts, as Roberts continues to lead the way, as he's got Jesse Ingram right there on his back bumper as the 777 ride trying to find his way around our race leader here as the laps continue to click off. We're going to see 8 more laps left to go. These drivers continue to battle all around the track here. Great racing action for all these fans in the stands here tonight, as Michael Vitale there in 3rd, Jason Butterfield there in 4th, Randall Dixon rounding out our top 5 as our top 2 drivers continue to duke it out here. Billy Roberts hitting his marks absolutely perfectly, lap by lap by lap, staying just ever so slightly in front of that 777 ride, keeping him at bay as we get 6 more laps left to go. Kelly Wheeler back there in 8th, still holding on to that final transfer spot into the A main feature event. It's unfortunately Hunter Livesey and Lynn Vitale on the outside looking in here. Go Jeremy Sutton, my boy Jeremy coming in, smashing that like on the stream. What is good, Jeremy? Out in front, Billy Roberts continuing to lead the way. Here's the 99 ride, showing these drivers how to get it done, as that Gears Unlimited 99 ride leading the way here with 4 more laps left to go here. Trying to pick up the B main win, trying to work his way into the show. man, oh man, oh man. Jesse Ingram is not giving up as he is all over the back bumper here of that 99 ride with 3 more laps here. Michael Vital there in third. Jason Butterfield in position number 4. Randall Dixon there in 5th as we see Butterfield get up into the outside wall. He's going to go around upside down here again. Some heavy damage to the 93 ride. That's the last thing he needed to do. We saw it happen in the heat race, and he does it again here in our B main as Butterfield, unfortunately, with a tore-up race car once again, trying to roll that ride down pit side here to get some work done to it. An unfortunate break again for the 93 as he was inside of a transfer spot trying to work his way into the show. That's how quickly things can go awry, and unfortunately for Jason Butterfield, the second time he's done this tonight, he gets up a little bit too high on corner exit. The car kind of digs into that outside wall. This time he gets a little bit of help there as the 111 ride gets up into him as well. Randall Dixon nowhere to go, gets into the side of him. That's a tough break there as we'll take a ride right on board here with the 111 machine. He gets a good piece of this one. Is right there, the 93 up into the outside wall. That rear end kicks back down into the racing groove, and unfortunately, the 111 ride getting a good piece of that one. Doesn't look like too much damage done to him. You see that 93 ride still parked down pit side. I do believe he's going to have some work to do on that ride as it looks like the rear end completely busted apart there, so he may have to actually tow that ride down pit side to get that fixed. Billy Roberts still out in front. Billy continuing to lead the way. Jesse Ingram in second and Michael Vital there in third as we're going to get ready to set these drivers back loose. Yo, Mr. Jeremy Sutton. Jeremy, my boy, coming in with the 50-star dono. Jeremy, homie, much appreciated coming in, showing the big love with the gosh heckin' 50-star dono as we are not going to go back to green flag racing as it looks like we got an extension on that caution flag at the very last moment, and that created a little bit of mayhem there. We were going to go green, and then we went back to yellow. Michael Vitella almost going around here. Well, he does go around, but a couple guys almost getting completely cleared out here. Almost all 3 of the Gears Unlimited drivers getting taken out right there as caution flag being extended, and a tough break there for the 213 ride, but I do believe no heavy damage done to him, so he should be good to be back right to where he's supposed to be, and he's going to keep on trucking as we're going to get ready. Actually, looks like the 213 ride with quite a bit of damage. It looks like these guys have to go around that pace truck and line back up, go back around the field here. It looks like they're all trying to figure out where they're supposed to be as. Looks like B-Main getting a little bit mixed up here. iRacing having some fun with us, mixing everything up, making sure that everything is kind of a little bit broken as Billy Roberts continues to lead the way here. You can see these drivers trying to get stopped here on the racetrack, waiting for this pace truck to go back around them. There we go. There we go. They're going to rejoin in behind that official iRacing pace truck, and we're going to get ready to go back to green flag racing here. Ladies and gentlemen, if you guys are just tuning in, make sure y'all hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that follow or subscribe button if you're watching over on YouTube as we continue to rock and roll here. We're going to get ready to go back to green flag racing with 3 more laps left to go. to do. Okay, we're just quickly adding some things over on YouTube. That way we can have everything ready to rock and roll over on YouTube Gaming. There we go. Let's make sure we save everything over there. Looks like everything is ready to rock and roll as we're going to get ready to go back to green flag racing here. I do believe the lights are going to turn off that official iRacing pace truck this time by, and that's going to set this field back loose here. Looks like we're going to get one more lap unless if they advance this. Woo! Man, what a show though, man. These guys have been putting on a heck of a show. Some wicked racing action for us here throughout the night already as the lights are turned back off that official iRacing pace truck. We're going to get ready to go back to green flag racing here as Billy Roberts out in front trying to pick up this V-main win. Jesse Ingram there in second. Michael Vitale there in third. Eddie Neal there in fourth. Briggs Kiker there in fifth. Kelly Wheeler, Lynn Vitale in position number 7, and the 111 ride of Randall Dixon in that 8th and final transfer spot. Here comes the 93 ride of Jason Butterfield. I do believe Butterfield, unfortunately, looks like they are going to score him a lap down here, quite a ways behind as showing me, oh, there we go, looks like he's back. No, it looks like he is showing a lap down here as the checkered flag is going to fly as Billy Roberts picks up the B-main win here, and he's going to transfer through into the show. Jesse Ingram, Michael Vitale, Eddie Neal, Kelly Wheeler, Briggs Kiker, Lynn Vitale, and Randall Dixon picking up that final transfer spot into the A-main feature event as we're going to get ready to rock and roll here with our A-main as these drivers get loaded into the sim down on pit lane. We're going to get ready to set these drivers loose. We're waiting for all these cars to load into the sim here. We're waiting for our pole sitter to load in here. And starting on the pole in this one, in that 515 ride, it is Chris Cox into his outside. In the 15 machine, that is Nicholas Ellie. Starting in position number 3 in the 9 ride, that is Ryan Stillwell into his outside. In the 24 ride, that is Jax Young. Starting inside of row number 3 in the 57 ride, that is Scott Schroyer into his outside. In the 524 machine, that is Brett Carey. Starting inside of row number 4 in the 18 ride, that is Josh Anders into his outside. In the 12 ride, that is Joel Burton. Starting inside of row number 5 in the 88 ride, that is Grant Wesley into his outside. In the 518, that is Joseph Grandy. Starting in position number 11 in the 19 ride, that is Ryan Carlisle's into his outside. In the 28 ride, that is Michael Overstreet. Then we see the 55 of Blake Parsons, Wade Burris in the 98 ride, Jake Henry, Kieran Roundtree, and then we get into our B main drivers. You see Jesse Ingram, Michael Vitale, Eddie Neal, Briggs Kiker, Randall Dixon, Lynn Vitale, and unfortunately looks like Billy Roberts just getting back out onto the racetrack, and Kelly Wheeler in the 11 ride as we have 24 drivers getting stacked up and ready to go here. This thing's a little mixed up here once again. Looks like these guys are trying to get back around to the truck here into our past our pace truck. You see everyone else going around here trying to catch up to the rear of the field. Things get mixed up here a little bit more, extending the opening laps here just ever so slightly. There we go. We see our field finally catching up to that official iRacing pace truck That means we're going to get these drivers lined up, and we're going to get ready to set these drivers loose. Ladies and gentlemen, you came here for a show. Well, here you go. Make sure y'all hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that follow button, as we're going to get ready to rock and roll here with our main feature event, as we're about to kick things off here for the first feature of the Outlaw Racing League, presented by Gears Unlimited, AJ Landscaping. Who else we have there? We had a bunch of other ones, man. We have Vital Motorsports. So many great sponsors coming on board to make this happen, as we're going to end all the anticipation with our feature presentation. Quickly, the 515 right up on the high side. That's Chris Cox getting a rear view here. Full of Jackson, and John is going to jump down to the middle side. He's going to slide up and try to clear that 515. He's going to try to cross him over as the caution flag flies. Chris Cox, Jax Yon, and Nicholas Alley putting on one heck of a show here for us at the front of the field, as our first caution flag of the feature event is going to come out rather quickly here, as it looks like Josh Anders, unfortunately, going to go around here in the 18 ride, as we're going to take a look back and see what happens. Oh, just a little bit of a racing heel. Oh, hard into that inside wall. Almost goes upside down there. That car stuck there on that catch fence. An unfortunate break for the 18 machine, as a lot of heavy damage right there. As you can see him, he just kind of runs out of room here. The 518 kind of comes down. He kind of comes up. It makes some contact and sends him down the racetrack right over the nose of that 19 ride. And unfortunately, that spins him down into the inside wall. And some heavy damage there for Josh Anders. Looking to have a good run here tonight, but unfortunately, that's not how you want to see things get underway. If you're in that 18 ride, that's definitely not how you want to see things get kicked underway here in this one. So we're going to get ready here to go back to green flag racing. We're going to completely restart, as we did not get a green flag lap there. So that means the 515 ride of Chris Cox still out in front. Nicholas Alley there in second. Jax Yon in position number 3 with Brett Carey, Ryan Stillwell, Scott Schroyer, Joel Burton, Grant Wesley, and Joseph Grandy rounding out our top 10 drivers. As we're going to get ready to rock and roll here once again, the 515 ride does have lane selection, so he gets to choose where he wants to restart. If he wants to be up on that high side, or if he wants to restart on the bottom, you got to imagine he's going to take that high side every single time he can, as you see Billy Roberts and Kelly Wheeler getting a couple wave arounds here, trying to get these two back onto the lead lap. Josh Anders, unfortunately, after that contact and heavy hit to the inside wall, still parked down pit side. I do believe Randall Dixon not out onto the racetrack. We do see Lynn Vital out there, but I don't see Randall Dixon, so I'm not sure what might have happened to the 111 ride, but unfortunately not out there on the racetrack at this moment in time, as we're going to get these drivers stacked back up and ready to go back to green flag racing. Yo, John Fowler, my boy John, coming in, smashing that like on the stream. What is good, John boy, coming in, showing that love, smashing the like on the stream. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching over on YouTube, make sure y'all hit that like button as well. Hit that subscribe button as we continue to work on 200 subscribers here on Peacemaker Gaming, as we're going to get ready to go back to green flag racing. Out in front, the 515 ride looking for the green flag, back out in the air, as we are green flag racing once again here at Eldora Speedway. Quickly, Chris Cox sliding up the racetrack to the high side, but here comes Jax Yon, as Yon down low here. He's going to go for the big slider in corner number 4, as he's going to clear the 515. He's going to take the lead away here quickly in this one. The 515 is going to battle back strong. He's going to throw the slider back in corner number 1 and 2, but the 24 ride is going to jump back up to the high side here, as now he gets up into the outside wall. That's going to stack him up a little bit on the high side, as they're 3 wide right there behind our leader. The 515 with a little bit of rear view mirror full of that 15 ride, as Nicholas Alley trying to find a way around him. Grant Wesley up there as well in the 88 right. You see the 524 of Brett Carey working the bottom side as some of these drivers working the bottom here to absolute perfection, making a lot of ground up, working the bottom side. You see a lot of drivers sticking to the high side as you see Jax Yon way up there on the high side here, continuing to run the high groove here and pull it away from the rest of the field. Brett Carey, though, down low as you see Chris Cox in position number 3 in the 515, still up high as now we see one driver into the outside wall. No caution flag as of yet, but there it is. We see Kieran Browntree get collected in it. That's Ryan Stillwell as Stillwell goes upside down, and caution flag number 2 is on the racetrack. There's our caution flag coming back out as we saw the 9 rod get up into the outside wall. And from that point on, it was on like Donkey Kong as he was getting bounced around, beaten and banged all around this racetrack. Everyone just trying to avoid the 9 rides. You'll see him get up right here. That initial contact and the car kind of just gets dug right into it. Looks like he kind of had it saved, and then unfortunately the 2 ride up there trying to run that extreme high side. Thought he was going to be able to clear Ryan Stillwell, but unfortunately could not avoid him. Gets into him right there. 2 ride kind of blinking a little bit as they both go upside down. The 99 ride of Roberts getting a lot of damage as well in that Gears Unlimited 99 ride. A couple good cars getting tore up there in that one, but out in front, the fastest car here throughout the night, it's that 24 ride of Jax Young out in front here as Jax looking to try to pick up the checkered flag. He's got Brett Carey, though, right there behind him. Chris Cox in 3rd. Nicholas Ellie there in 4th. And Grant Wesley there in position number 5. As we're going to line these drivers back up and we're going to get ready to go back to green flag racing. Can Jax Yon hold off the field here? So many fast cars, so many hard chargers trying to work their way here through the field, trying to pick up the checkered flag in our first race of the evening. These guys looking to pick up some big wins here in this one, as this is the Eddie and Kim Neal 358s here in this one. Eddie and Kim Neal coming in, sponsoring the 358s here with the, all of our other great qualifiers and all of our other great, supporters coming in and showing some love and sponsoring this league. We have Tight Lines Apparel with all qualifying sessions, A&J Landscaping with the Pro Late Models, Vitel Motorsports with the big blocks, as the Pro Late Models and the big blocks coming up right after this one. As we're going to get ready to rock and roll here. These drivers getting stacked back up. We're going to get ready to set them back loose as the pace truck going to turn off those lights, and we're going to get ready to see these drivers back under the green flag conditions. We're going to get ready to rock and roll here once again. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Jax Yon looking for the green flag here as he's going to get ready to set these drivers back loose. He's got a lot of hungry cars right there behind him, trying to work their way up to the front of the field here, trying to pick up a checkered flag for themselves. As Jax Young is going to look for this green flag as he's going to fire at a corner number 4, and we're back to green flag racing. The green flag back out in the air as Brett Carey down low. You see the 15 ride of Nicholas Ellie down there, as well as Ellie going to try to follow that 524 ride maybe to the front of the field as Jax Yon up on the high side, but we're going to see the caution flag come back out. The caution flag coming back out here. There's a little bit of cautions breeding cautions as we're going to take a look back and see what happens. As it looks like Michael Overstreet, unfortunately, gonna get some contact here. You can already see the 57 ride really sideways. You see those tires pointing in the wrong direction here. Trying to hold on to that thing. Everyone kind of just piles in there. Then the 7 ride comes up into the 28. The 28 ride of Overstreet, unfortunately, kind of gets nosed into that outside wall. That car goes sideways, upside down, and that white knuckle racing setup shop car is unfortunately parked down pit side. The white knuckle setups. As, unfortunately, these guys have been having a little bit of a rough night here. As a couple of them have unfortunately been collected in a few different incidents here tonight. Some heavy legs for them, some heavy damage. They're going to be able to, hopefully try to turn the tide here and get back, point in the right direction, and head towards the front, just like Brett Carey is in that 524 ride. It's that white knuckle setup and graphic shop 524 machine there in position number 2. He's going to be looking to try and get a good restart here, as he wants to be able to try to pull right up even with that 24 ride of Jax Yon, as Yon right there in front of him as we do these Delaware restarts, giving quite a bit of an advantage here to the race leader, but something that race leader definitely deserves, something that they definitely earned. We're going to get ready to rock and roll here as the paint truck going to make another hard left-hand turn down pit side, and we're going to go back to green flag racing as the green flag back out in the air once again. The green flag back out here for the 24 machine of Jackson is gone out in front here. He's going to head down the backstretch with a good size lead as here comes Chris Cox trying to hold that 524 ride down really tight to the bottom side of the racetrack as these two beat and bang and battle. The 515 sliding up the racetrack ever so slightly. Here comes the 88 of Grant Wesley. Wesley with a big run up on the high side. These drivers continue to move around the racetrack. They're continuing to try to find where that grip is, where their best line to run is, as they continue to battle all around this racetrack. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to jump into a quick Peacemaker gaming. Crank it up. So crank up that volume and cheer on your favorite driver as we're going to crank it up. As the caution flag coming back out here, the crank it up caution flag, as you see that official iRacing flagman up there on the stand, throwing that caution flag very quickly here as the caution flag coming back out. We're going to take a look back and see what happens as Jake Henry, unfortunately, getting collected in this one. Oh, there. A little bit of extra contact there for the 222 machine. Lynn Vitale gets collected in that one. That 171 ride, unfortunately, going around, getting stopped on the racetrack, and quickly that caution flag is going to fly. So a tough break there. Still see Jake Henry back out onto the racetrack here after getting some repairs onto that ride. Ryan Stillwell still parked down pit side. Josh Anders as well. They both have some pretty heavy damage. Both these cars still parked down pit side. A tough break for them as we're going to get ready to go back to green flag racing here. These drivers stack back up, and we're going to continue with our Peacemaker gaming. Crank it up. So crank up that volume. Cheer on your favorite drivers. Let them know you're watching. Let them know you're up here in the stands cheering them on as we're going to get ready to rock and roll here as the green flag going to come back out, and we're going to continue to crank it up. All right, is that caution flag coming back out here? Going to quick little crank it up session as these drivers put on a great show here for us once again. As we're going to see the caution flag fly here. We're going to take a look back and see what happens. It looks like Lynn Vitale, unfortunately, going around here. Let's see if we can get a good angle there. There we go. In that 222 machine. Get up into the outside wall right there. Stuff the front end and goes upside down here. Right in front of our leader. Ooh, that's a tough break for that Gears Unlimited number 222 machine. Jax Yon, Nicholas Ellie, Brett Carey were right there coming down on that 222 ride as he was upside down there in corner number 3. That was a close one as our leaders would have been pretty awful to see any of our leaders get collected in that, as these guys definitely don't want to get collected in any, slower driver or upside down car incidents here. They want to keep their rides nice, clean, and green here for the rest of this one as they try to work their way into victory lane here at Eldora Speedway. As the laps continue to click off, we're going to see if these drivers can get ready to go back. Yo, Anthony Karf, my boy Anthony coming in, showing that love. What is good, Anthony coming in, smashing that like on the stream. Cheering off Brett Carey, white knuckle setup in graphics shop, power up front. Let's go, Brett Carey. Let's go, baby. Let's go, Mr. Anthony. Let's get it. As we're going to see these drivers get stacked back up, we're going to get ready to go back to green flag racing. As out in front, that 24 ride of Jax Young continues to lead the way here. Young out in front, Brett Carey and Nicholas Ellie right there behind him as we are back to green flag racing. The green flag back out in the air here as Brett Carey and Nicholas Ellie continue to battle side by side down the backstretch here. That's exactly what the 24 ride of Jax Young wants to see. He wants to see those guys battle for a second as you see the 524 ride make a little bit of contact with that inside wall. The car gets a little bit loose, bounces a little bit sideways as now he's got the 515 ride right there on his back bumper as Chris Cox trying to work his way underneath of that 524 ride. I don't know if he can get any lower, but he's there trying to put his nose in. And Blake Parsons up on the high side in the 55 ride, trying to work his way around his teammate in that 524 machine. Gets up into the outside wall just a little bit as Nicholas Ellie up into position number 2, but Jax Young out in front as the 24 ride continues to lead the way in that Elite Performance Industries number 24 ride. Joseph Brandy with a great run as well as the 518 ride, working his way up inside the top 5 as the Spartan Racing iRock number 518 machine up into the top 5 now as he tries to work his way around the 55. Almost a little bit of contact there. The 55 ride just barely clears the 518. Brett Carey still working the bottom side of the racetrack here as you see some contact a little bit behind these guys as Joseph Brandy is going to take over position number 4 on the racetrack. Cox right there, the 55 ride of Parsons right there as well. The 12 machine of Joel Burton working his way back through the field. Some more contact. Around goes Burton into the 77 ride. The 57 in there as well. And up onto his side there goes that white knuckle Racing Shop number 12 ride as he goes for a little bit of a spill down there on the front stretch. And quickly, that caution flag is going to fly. Caution flag coming out fairly late in this one as Joel Burton, unfortunately, getting the worst end of this deal is the 515 ride and the 518. Gonna make a little bit of contact. Gets the 515 ride super loose. 12 ride gets into the back of him, kicks it a little bit sideways, and then a couple extra little taps there helping that 12 machine go up onto his side. Hopefully minimal damage. Right there, just kind of noses into the 515, kind of just hooks that 12 ride all the way around, and unfortunately for him, there's quite a few drivers that were right there behind him and nowhere for them to go as they get collected in that one. These drivers gonna get ready to jump back up here. We're gonna get these drivers stacked back up and ready to go back to green flag racing. Jax Jason touches that wall again. He might end his night. Oh, if Jax does. Brett Carey smash that loud pedal. You know it, baby. You know it. Yeah, the wall here at Eldora and pretty much anything that's an open wheel car is very, very, it's very tedious. It's very, you know, one simple mistake could really end your night in a quick hurry. We've seen a few drivers, unfortunately, already get up into those outside walls. And you can see how quickly it can tear a car up because it kind of just hugs you right into him. It kind of almost drags that car up into the wall. You can go upside down or basically get stuck right into that outside wall if you hit it a little bit too hard or at the wrong angle. And it's definitely something these drivers are going to be a little bit worried of, especially running the high side of the racetrack. And this track has gotten pretty slicked off here. We see a little bit of good stuff right there through the middle of corner number 4 there, but really it's the high side or the bottom side that are the dominant lines here. That high side is very, very treacherous. One simple mistake, 1 inch too deep into the corners can end your night, and that's one thing all these drivers are going to have to keep their eye on and make sure they try to avoid, as it's the last thing they want to do is they want to try to finish this thing off and come home with a nice clean car here and not a tore up piece of junk, as we're going to get ready to set these drivers back to green flag racing. The 24 machine of Jax Yon out in front. He's looking to set these drivers back loose as we are back to green flag racing. Nicholas Ellie there in second down on the bottom side. He's going to try to slide up over the 524 machine. As a good run there for Brett Carey up on the high side. Carey's going to try to work the middle here. There's a little bit of contact between the 518. Around goes Carey, hard into the wall. It was one of those Gears Unlimited rides. I do believe that was Billy Roberts going for a wild ride here as he's parked right there at the flag stand. Couple heavy licks there and an unfortunate break as Brett Carey going upside down. So does the 99. You see 99 trying to get him flipped back over here, doing a generous thing, but that 524 ride of Brett Carey unfortunately taking that ride down pit side. Man, that was a bit of a pileup. I'm amazed we didn't have more drivers get collected in that one. We see Scott Schroyer get into it as well. We also saw Brett Carey with some heavy, heavy contact as we're going to jump basically right on board here with this 524 ride. As right there, that little bit of contact, that left rear tire, unfortunately, collects that 524 ride, spins him around, sends him back up the racetrack. And as he gets sent up the racetrack, there was nowhere to go for Billy Roberts as Roberts drives right into this one. And unfortunately goes for a wild ride here. He sees it happening, tries to drive to the outside, and then unfortunately just gets hooked right there into that left rear and goes for a wild ride there. A tough break for a couple very fast race cars. We saw Scott Schroyer getting collected in that as well in the 57. Ryan getting nosed up into the outside wall. He's taking that ride down pit side to get some work done to it. See a lot of drivers parked down there in the pits. There's a couple cars coming in contact there. We do see Joseph Grandy getting an EOL here, so he is going to start at the rear of the field here. Making that contact, the VLR iRock TV Spartan Transportation number 518 ride back there. About the 18th position now. So a tough break for him and a tough break for the 524 ride as they were both up inside the top 5. Now both at the rear of the pack here trying to work their way back to the front as we're going to go back to green flag racing. The green flag coming back out for Jax Young. As Young back out in front here in the 24 machine. Nicholas Ellie there in second place. Parsons there in position number 3. Michael Vitale there in that 4th position, trying to make his move on the bottom side around the 88 ride of Grant Wesley, as Wesley up on the high side all over the 55 ride as he's going to stay there in position number 4, but he's going to look for more as he's going to send it for a big slider down in through 3 and 4 as he tries to make the move and pass that 55 ride of Blake Parsons. Parsons going to give him one back here in 1 and 2 as these guys continue to duke it out in front. Jax Young in the 24 ride, continuing to try and pull away here as Nicholas Ellie there in position number 2, trying to reel him in, but about a half a second behind. As that 24 ride's been out in front, leading so many laps here tonight, and he's looking to cap this one off with the checkered flag. Going to continue to try to avoid that outside walk and continue to try to hit his marks and continue to stretch that lead out as he looks to be absolutely gone in this one. Nicholas Ellie there in position number 2 as Grant Wesley now going to jump up into position number 3 as he's made the move to get around Blake Parsons. Parsons now down on the bottom side here in position number 4, but here comes Michael Overstreet. Overstreet, the white knuckle number 28 ride up into position number 4 as he uses that high side and drives around the 55 and that 213 ride of Vitale as Vitale down on the bottom side. As it looks like that high side definitely the fastest way around the racetrack as we're going to get a late race caution flag. The last thing Jax wanted to see was that late race caution flag as we had 3 more laps left to go there. An unfortunate break as the caution flag coming back out, and we're going to have to restack these drivers, and we're going to have to do this restart all over again to finish this thing off. And that's the last thing the 24 ride wants to see, is it looks like Lynn Vitale, unfortunately, that Gears Unlimited 222 machine getting a little bit loose in corner number 1 and 2, gets stopped on the racetrack, and unfortunately, she was quite a bit behind here, so Lynn parking it down here on the bottom side of the racetrack. As soon as that car got stopped on the track with our leaders coming around the high side there, caution flag being thrown as those drivers were still under full power, and being that lead pack, they did not want to take the chances of that 222 ride coming back out onto the racetrack or up the racetrack and collecting any of these other drivers. So late race caution flag, that means we're going to go single file restarts here. Jax Young is going to look for a big restart right here, looking to try to jump this one, trying to get a big run here, getting around that 15 ride. As here we go, as we're back to green flag racing with 2 more laps left to go. Jax Young out in front, Nicholas Ellie there in second, Grant Wesley there in third, Michael Overstreet and Blake Parsons rounding out our top 5 as Jax is going to look for the white flag. He's not going to get it as the caution flag comes back out. He's just looking to try to pick up that white flag. As soon as you get that white flag, the next flag is going to end it, and unfortunately, that 24 run, he's going to have to try to hit this restart all over again as the caution flag coming back out before the end of this one. So we'll take a look and see what happens, as it looks like Jesse Ingram in the 777 ride already getting somewhat spun around here. Let's take a look, as it looks like maybe the 98 ride of Wade Burris kind of gets into the back of him. Wheeler right there as well. They kind of get bounced around. The 98 ride still stuck to his rear end, and the 12 ride trying to get a big run, trying to get around him. Fortunately, he drives into his rear end and spins that 777 ride around in a tough break. Tough break right there once again for another one of these drivers just looking to try to have a good night of racing. Yo, Bryce Dickinson, Brycey Bear, what is good, Bryce? Yo, Russell, Blaine Keats, what is good, Russell? Russell coming in with that heart reaction.
Let's go.
What is good, my boy? What is good, Russ? Yo, Justin Ward coming in with that like as well. Jason Butterfield coming in smashing that like. What is good, my boys? What is good? White Knuckle Racing set up in graphics shop. Driver making a hard charge towards the flag. Oh, yes, sir. Thank goodness that Aaron Woods guy isn't racing tonight. Oh, yeah, you know that I would just be causing so many wrecks. Russell says, I'm back. How the heck are you, my brother? Russell, I'm doing great, my dude. I am always doing great, man. Good to see you. Good to have you back in here as we're going to go back to green flag racing. It's the green flag back out in the air here once again for Jax Young. Young going to try and pick up this white flag and hopefully pick up that checkered flag. But Nicholas Elliott and Grant Wesley are right there, and they got something to say as they want to try to work their way into that victory lane. As out of corner number 4, We're going to see that white flag fly in one more time around for the 24 machine of Jax Young, and Young out in front here down the backstretch one more time into corner number 3. One big run for the 15. He can't get there as the high side momentum is going to pay off as the 24 wide of Jax Young is going to pick up the opening checkered flag here of the Outlaw Racing League presented by Gears Unlimited as he's able to work that 24 ride into the Eldora Speedway victory lane, picking up the checkered flag here tonight. But man, oh man, oh man, it did not come without a lot of pressure right there to his back end as he had a lot of very fast race cars nipping at his heels all night long. He's able to hold them all off, continue to hit his marks, keep that car clean and green, and being able to pick up the checkered flag here in this one. Man, what a run, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see those checkered flags up in the chat right now for Jax Young as he picks up the checkered flag. Let's see those likes. Let's see those shares. Let's see those follows. If you're new here, let's get it, ladies and gentlemen. Give it up here for our top 3 as they park down here on the front stretch. Jax with a great run here, picking up the checkered flag, man, doing what he does best, and that's picking up another checkered flag. Ladies and gentlemen, don't go anywhere as we got a lot more racing action ready to come here. Yo, Timmy Turner coming in with that like on the stream. Flying Divine coming in with that heart reaction. What is good, Christian? What is good, my boy? Mr. Flying Divine coming in, showing that love. What is good, my boy? What is good, homie? But listen, ladies and gentlemen, don't go anywhere. Do not go anywhere as we got a lot more racing action coming right at you here. We still got 2 more races left to go. We got the late models up next, and then we have the big block modifieds directly after that one. But right now, we're going to jump up into the Discord here with our race winner as we're going to pull our top 3 up here for some post-race interviews. Ladies and gentlemen, man, oh man, oh man, give it up for all these drivers. Reading a couple messages there. A huge shout out once again though to Outlaw Racing League for bringing us on here for a wicked show, a wicked night of racing, and we're going to continue this series in League on here. We got I do believe 12 races or 13 races here for the next 13 Tuesday nights. Man, a huge series and a lot of really good drivers out here as we just saw here in this one. Things get a little out of hand there for a little bit tricky conditions out there as this racetrack was very slick. Some drivers trying to hold on there, but a huge shout out to all of our sponsors. Obviously, we have A&J Landscaping coming on board, Outlaw Racing League, Gears Unlimited coming in and sponsoring all 3 of the series. A huge thank you there to Gears Unlimited. And then obviously we have a couple other sponsors. We got Vital Motorsports coming in. We have Tight Lines Apparel, and we also have Elite Admin Services coming on board as well to make sure everything kind of rolls smoothly and everything continues to work perfect here as we saw some great racing right there as we're going to jump up into the Discord here with our race winner as our top 3 waiting patiently here. We're going to bring Jax up into the Peacemaker Gaming broadcast booth here for his post-race interview. Hey, Jax, it's Aaron up here in the Peacemaker broadcasting booth. You get a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Jax, my boy, what a run, what a drive, man. We saw a lot of, a lot of caution flags there. You had to, be very patient, continue to hit your marks, and continue to keep that car, pointed in the right direction. And as this race went on, we saw, the tough racing conditions with how slick it got, and that high side getting super thin up there, and the berm not really being there as good as what it was throughout the evening. Really made your night a little bit more difficult, but here you are parking that ride down here in Victory Lane at Eldora Speedway, man. Take us back through that race, and how stoked are you to be down here in Victory Lane to kick things off here with the Outlaw Racing League?
Yeah, there's not usually a lot of cautions in Outlaw. It's opening night, so I kind of expected it, but not really. But yeah, there's a lot of fast guys in this field. You got the owner of White Knuckle in there, got the owner of Enemy there, got Grant there. I don't know, it just feels good. Great way to start off season 2.
Absolutely, man. A great way to kick things off here and a great run for that 24 machine, Jax. And take us back through some of these restarts, especially some of these late race restarts, as we saw you almost get to that white flag before the final caution flag flew there, where you just looking for that white flag, trying to get this thing done as quickly as possible, as you knew that there was a lot of very tough drivers and fast cars right there nipping at your back bumper. One mistake or one good run by one of them may have had, a little bit of side-by-side battling coming to the line there for the win in this one. Were you a little bit nervous that someone from behind was going to be able to jump up there and compete with you off after one of these caution flags?
Who never knows? If you mess up one time, they're gonna be there to capitalize it. So yeah, I had to time my restarts really good. You have to go in a certain spot on the track, so sometimes it's good to switch it up a little bit, go later, go earlier. But yeah, who never knows? They if I mess up, they're gonna be right there to capitalize and throw a slider. So yeah, you can't really mess up, or yeah, it's gonna happen.
Absolutely. Well, you did a great job and made sure you continue to hit your marks here all night long. Jax, who do you want to thank for such a strong performance here tonight in this one and a great way to kick off the series?
Yeah, first off, I'd like to thank you for putting up the broadcast. Um, Outlaw Racing, Gears Unlimited, Clayton for putting up the league, all the Vitaly boys, Billy, um, my mom, my dad, HY Pressure Washing Painting, Gears Unlimited, um, Elite Performance Industries, best setups in the game. About it.
Beauty. Well, Jax, congratulations on picking up the checkered flag here in the 358 Modifieds. Hopefully we'll see you back up here in the broadcast booth over the next two races and maybe back up here in Victory Lane.
Yeah, we're not running the late model. We'll be back for the big block, though. Yeah, hopefully we'll be up here.
Beauty. Well, we look forward to seeing you out there for the big blocks, my boy, and hopefully see you back up here in the broadcast booth.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it.
Have a great evening and talk to you later, my boy.
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, give it up there for our race winner, the 24 ride, as he picks up the checkered flag here tonight, man. Give it up for Jax Young one more time as he's able to pick up that checkered flag. I don't know what's going on with that photo, but it is what it is. It is what it is there. Jax with a great photo there in that one. What is that picture? Laugh out loud. I don't even know. I don't even know, my boy. As we're gonna pull in our second place finisher now, the 15 ride of Nicholas Ellie, is Ellie picking up that second place finish here tonight in this one, man. A great run by the 15 machine. Almost picture perfect, coming up one spot short of picking up the checkered flag is definitely a good way to get things underway. But I know that 15 ride want to be up here in the broadcast booth as our race winner. But coming home in second, being that first loser, is never a bad thing, but never a good thing either. As we're going to pull the 12 machine up into the broadcast booth. Hey, Nicholas, it's Aaron up here in the Peacemaker broadcasting booth to get a copy.
Yep.
Nicholas, my boy, what a run, what a drive there, man, as we saw you battling hard 2-3 wide there throughout the field, battling hard with a lot of very, very fast drivers. And there at the end, you hit those restarts perfectly, are able to pick up another spot or two and work your way up into position number 2 with a heck of a run and a heck of a drive here, coming up one spot short of the checkered flag, man. Take us back through that race and how you got that 15 right up here onto the podium.
We were pretty fortunate with the invert from the heat race. We started outside pole and kind of had a bad start at the beginning of there, and I started throwing a little bit of sliders. Jackson, I think it was Chris Cox, they were throwing them a little bit, and I ended up get on the brakes, and I dropped back to, I think it was 5th at one point, and then we had kind of a middle race caution there, and Brent Carey actually showed me the bottom a little bit, and I ended up getting a really good run and kind of got by them on the bottom and decided I was going to work my way back up to the top and just started hustling and worked out in my favor.
Absolutely. It's all about trying to stick with how the racetrack is changing and continue to change those lines and stick with, the fastest lines around the racetrack. And you seem to do a great job at doing that here tonight. You're able to pick off, as you said, a few cars here, a few cars there, and able to work yourself up into position number 2 here in this one, man, with a great start to the series and a great start to your night here. As it's never a bad thing to be up here in the broadcast booth after a race talking to the broadcaster. That means you had yourself a fairly good evening.
For sure.
All right, Nicholas. Well, huge congratulations for picking up the second place finish here tonight, my boy. Who do you want to thank for such a solid performance here in these 358 modifieds?
I just got to thank all the guys back at Enemy Setup Shop, and I got to thank 42 Graphics for making the car look awesome, and everyone who makes this possible. So shout out to everyone.
Beauty. Well, Nicholas, congrats on the second place run here, my boy. Hopefully we'll see you back up here in the broadcast booth in the next 2 races, and hopefully we'll see you, maybe up here in Victory Lane one spot better as that 15 ride looking very, very good early on in the evening.
Awesome. Thank you.
Absolutely. Have yourself a wonderful evening.
You too.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, give it up there for the 15 ride of Nicholas Alley. Is Alley being able to jump up and take that second spot here in this one? A great run and a great drive as he's able to work his way into position number 2. We're going to pull our third place finisher now, the 88 ride of Grant Wesley. As Wesley jumping up into position number 3 here in this one. What a run and what a drive here by that 88 ride. We saw him up and down throughout the night here, as we're going to pull Grant up into the broadcast booth. Hey, Grant, it's Aaron up here in the Peacemaker Broadcasting booth. You get a copy?
Hey, Aaron, how's it going?
Going, Grant, my boy. What a run, man. We saw that 88 ride very fast early on. You worked your way up towards the front. You were looking really good, and then a little bit of contact set you back quite a ways. You're back, just on the outside of the top 10 there, battling hard, trying to work your way back through the field, and slowly but surely you're able to work that 88 ride back up into the top 5. A couple late race caution flags. You're able to work your way up and into that third place finish here in this one.
Yeah, name of the game was just trying to stay out of trouble. That's I kind of mucked up my qualifying run and kind of got buried in the heat a little bit. Finished third there and started 9th in the feature. And the car was working great on the bottom. Right at the start of the feature, had good moisture down there. Nobody had been down there yet, and we made a lot of positions up. And then, as you mentioned, there towards the middle of the race, a guy in front of me just kind of got glued to the backstretch wall, and I hit him, kind of knocked the front end out just a little bit, but she was still fast. Track slicked off just the way I like it. I like her on the top most everywhere I go, and so I put it up there and set sail and ended up with a third.
Absolutely, man. A great run and a great way to get things kicked off here in the series. Grant, who would you like to thank here for such a strong performance tonight?
Yeah, just thanks Clayton for everything he's done with this league. He really went to work after season 1 and did a lot of recruitment races, and it really shows. There's a lot of good competition out here, and I think it's going to be a lot of great racing here for season 2. I'd like to thank the sponsors here: A&J Landscaping, Gears Unlimited, Billy Roberts, Vitaly Motorsports, Tight Lines Apparel. I'd like to thank my team with Animal Racing, Scott, Rick, Ryan, Zane. Thank you guys, Peacemaker. First time I've been on your broadcast, so pretty awesome. I was kind of listening to it there on the phone. You sound pretty good, so looking forward to watching this back. It's good to meet you there, Aaron. I'd like to thank my friends and family for watching, and my girlfriend, Brittany.
Absolutely, my boy. Well, congrats on a solid third place run here in the 358 modifieds. Hopefully we'll see it in the late models and the big blocks and see it back up here in the broadcast booth. Maybe a couple spots better. Maybe we'll see you up here in Victory Lane before the night is over.
Yes, sir. That's the plan.
Beauty. Grant, good luck and enjoy the rest of your evening.
All right. Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, give it up there for our third place finisher, the 88 ride of Grant Wesley. As Wesley being able to jump up into position number 3, picking up that third place finish in this one. As we're going to jump into the next race here, ladies and gentlemen. We got our next feature event about to get underway here. I do believe these boys already have the next race up. Let me double check here. There it is. There we go. We got the Pro Dirt late models getting ready to rock and roll. These drivers, majority of them already in the field here, getting some practice in. So that means we're going to get ready to rock and roll here with our next race already. We're going to quickly jump right into it. So the action never going to stop here as we're going to jump right into the next one. See all these cars loading into the sim. You can see A lot of these, A-class drivers, a lot of high-end, I ratings out there as well. We're looking at a 2751. That's a pretty good size field. That's a pretty good strength of field right there. You're looking at a lot of cars and a lot of drivers, and that's a good size strength of field right there. That's some stiff competition. That is some very stiff competition right there, ladies and gentlemen. Honestly, I don't see 3 or 4 cars maybe under 2,000 I rating, which is pretty decent. That's a good field right there. A lot of 3,000s, 4,000s out there, man. There's a lot of fast cars in this field once again as we're gonna get ready for the next race. We're gonna get ready for the next show here as see these drivers already out onto the racetrack. Scott Schroyer right now in the 57 ride, the quickest car out there. So Schroyer looking very good in the 15 machine. Briggs Kiker out there in the 7 ride looking very good as well. That is a slick looking paint scheme there for him. The 15 ride of Ellie out there as well. There's the 15 machine just in front of these guys. That Longhorn chassis enemy setups out there looking pretty good. Hunter Livesey out there in the 97. Michael Overstreet there as well in that white knuckle setup shot. A little bit of Ricky Bobby, what do you want to call that? That's that Wonder Bread looking car right there. That's pretty slick. I like that. Little bit of shade of Ricky Bobby out there. 7 right, you see that 98 as well. All these drivers looking to have themselves a wicked night of racing action here as we're going to get ready for the second feature event of the evening. Just a little bit, but we're going to have quite a few little heat races here. We're going to have some good heat races, probably a B-main consolation race, and then we're going to get right into the action with our A-main feature event just shortly after that. I know, right, Jax? What is that picture? What was that picture, my boy? Let's go. Hey man, just chilling. Good to hear that. Good to hear you're just chilling, fine. Mr. Divine, good to hear you just chilling, my boy. Heck yeah, Austin Kennedy coming in with the checkered flags. No, unfortunately, Austin's not racing. Unfortunately. Yo, Kevin Odelski coming in with that like on the stream. What is good, Odell? Odell coming in, smashing that like on the stream. Austin Kennedy coming in with that heart reaction as well. I don't know if I already shouted you out for that one or not, Austin, but we'll give you the shout out there. Coming in with that huge like on the stream. Let's get it, my boy. Let's get it. Oh! Woo! All right, we got these drivers back out onto the racetrack, man. This track looking very good. A beautiful little sunset going on here in the back. The back here looking very, very nice, man. Look at these cars looking like almost photo-esque out there as some perfect conditions here once again at Eldora Speedway. Unfortunately, the 57 ride coming back out onto the racetrack. 28 ride drives right into him. I don't think they planned for that one. So we're going to get ready to rock and roll here. We got about 2 minutes, just under 2 minutes here before we get ready for some more qualifying action. Qualifying is going to take place, and then these drivers are going to be jumping out for their heat races. So ladies and gentlemen, don't go anywhere as we're going to get ready to rock and roll here once again with heat races in just a few more moments. right as the checker flag flies here for our practice session. These drivers are going to jump out onto the racetrack for a little bit of qualifying. So these drivers jumping out here. A little bit of qualifying action as we get ready to rock and roll here. Wade Burris out onto the racetrack. You see a couple of these other drivers jumping out there. The 518 ride jumping out as well. Yo, Haymaker Racing coming in, smashing that like on the stream. What is good, Haymaker? See Joseph Grandy out there trying to lay down his quickest lap time as he can. He's going to head down into corner number 3 and out of corner number 4 there. Gonna have to see where he slides into. Wade Burris currently with the quickest lap time, but Joseph Grandy's going to jump up there and take that top spot away. Joseph Grandy with the quickest lap time, but Josh Anders looking pretty good out there in the 18 ride as well as he jumps up into third. Prince Cox in the 515 looking for a good run here. I believe that is his second lap. He does not get any quicker as Ryan Stillwell jumping up to the top of the speed charts with the quick time so far in this one. The 9 ride to the top of the speed charts. Grant Wesley there into position number 2. Joseph Grandy in third. Nicholas Ellie into position number 6 now as Brett Carey up into 4th. Michael Overstreet there into 5th as the 28 ride into position number 5. We still got a lot of drivers to get their laps in. Scott Schroyer looked very good in practice. We'll have to see if he can slide up into the top 5 here, maybe into the top spot in qualifying. Joel Burton, Michael Vitale still out there as well, looking to try to pick up their qualifying laps. The 57 ride a slide into about the 11th position. Actually, the 57 going to jump into position at number 10 on the racetrack. Briggs Kiker there in position number 12. Michael Vitale still going to try to get his lap done here. Let's see where that slides him up to into about the 14th position. Still got Kieran Roundtree and Kelly Wheeler get their qualifying laps in here in this one. Right, as practice coming to a close here, you can see that sun setting in the background at Eldora Speedway, looking very fresh here. This racetrack looking perfect once again as we're going to get ready to rock and roll with our second race of the evening. Qualifying done here. I do believe Kieran Roundtree and Kelly Wheeler still not getting their lap times in. I'm not sure if they've already tried and maybe made contact with the outside wall to nullify their laps, or if they're still going to be jumping out there for qualifying. But so far 19 drivers with qualifying times, and Ryan Stillwell with the quickest lap time so far. Grant Wesley in position number 2 and Joseph Grandy there in position number 3. Brett Carey and Michael Overstreet rounding out our top 5 as we're going to get ready here for heat race action as the checker flag out for qualifying, and that means we're going to get ready here for heat race number 1. Heat race number 1 about to get underway. Yo, Randall Dixon coming in with that like on the stream. Dan Hyman coming in with that like as well, but Randall coming in smashing that like. Danny boy, how you doing? Coming in showing that love as we're going to get ready to rock and roll here with heat race number 1 in the Pro Late Models as they're lined up here on the front stretch here down pit side. These drivers getting ready to rock and roll. We are going to get ready for the A&J Landscaping Pro Late Models here for the Outlaw Racing League presented by Gears Unlimited. We're going to get ready to rock and roll here with heat race number 1. Heat race number 1 about to get underway. Starting on the pole in this one in the 9 ride, choosing the outside. That is Ryan Stillwell. To his inside in the 524 is Brett Carey. We see Wade Burris, Scott Schroyer, Eddie Neal, Robert Brenneman, and Chris Cox rounding out our field as we are green flag racing here at the A&J Landscaping Pro Late Models. As the green flag out, you see the 524 ride push up the racetrack ever so slightly. Some more contact deeper in the field here as Wade Burris in the 57 ride kind of glued together there. They're going to make a little bit of contact here down the front stretch as they're going to go 3 wide as here comes Eddie Neal. Neal going to jump up and take over position number 3, and around goes Chris Cox. And the caution flag is going to fly. Little bit of mayhem back here through the bottom end of the field as these drivers all bouncing around, beating and banging and battling. Ryan Stillwell and Brett Carey out in front, but Chris Cox, unfortunately, going to go around here after the 98 ride in the 57. Continue to kind of beat and bang. 57 is going to come down the racetrack into the side of the 515 ride. That's going to spin him around into the outside wall, pointed in the wrong direction and stopped out there on the racetrack. Unfortunately, that is going to cause our first caution flag here in this one. It's Ryan Stillwell out in front here in that Animal Racing number 9 ride, leading the way. Brett Carey in the 524 there in position number 2. Robert Brenneman in the 96 ride there in 3rd with Eddie Neal there in 4th, Wade Burris in 5th, Scott Schroyer there in 6th, and Chris Cox rounding out our field as we're going to get ready to go back to green flag racing as that pace truck makes the hard left-hand turn, and we are back to green flag racing here at Eldora Speedway. Ryan Stillwell out in front, Brett Carey there in the top spot, Robert Brenneman there in position number 3. As I do believe the top 4 are going to transfer through into the A main here once again. So the top 4 are going to work their way into the show. The bottom 3 are unfortunately going to go through the consolation race. As for some reason, our overlay decided it does not want to cooperate too well with us here for race number 2. We're trying to get that back up and going. We'll see if we can get that figured out here in a second. Interesting as Ryan Stillwell out in front here, the 9 ride leading the way as the laps continue to click off. Stillwell out in front, Brett Carey right there in position number 2, Robert Brenneman in position number 3 with Eddie Neal there in that 4th and final transfer spot into the A main. Chris Cox on the outside looking in, he's got Wade Burris and Scott Schroyer there behind him. And so those guys, unfortunately, on the outside looking in here, they're going to have to go to a consolation race as we're going to see that white flag fly in one more time around here for Ryan Stillwell. As Stillwell up into corner number 3 and out of corner number 4. It's the 9 ride of Stillwell picking up heat race win number 1. Brett Carey there in 2nd, Robert Brenneman there in 3rd. Eddie Neal coming home in that 4th and final transfer spot with everybody else, unfortunately, gonna be going to that consolation races. We're gonna get our overlay working here once again, chat. Unfortunately, every once in a while it decides it does not want to cooperate with us. We kind of got to give it a little refresh, turn it off, turn it back on again. Usually seems to help it out quite a bit. It works all the time, not in full screen, but if we go to full screen, sometimes it doesn't like to work, so we'll have to make sure we can keep that going good here. So we're going to get ready here for our second heat race of the evening as these drivers load into the sim here. See here, we can get this going again. Should be working. I don't know why it's not. There we go. All right, so starting on the pole in this one in the 88, that is Grant Wesley. To his inside, that is Michael Overstreet, Jesse Ingram, Josh Anders, Michael Vitale, Blake Parsons and Kieran Roundtree rounding out our field here as we are green flag racing in heat race number 2 here with the Pro Late models, as that 88 ride looking super fresh there. A great looking ride here for that NOS Energy number 88 machine as he leads the way. Michael Overstreet there in position number 2 with a little bit of shades of Ricky Bobby in that white knuckle racing and graphics shop there in position number 2 with a little bit of Ricky Bobby. There's that Wonder Bread number 28 ride there in second. Jesse Ingram in the 777 ride there in third, and Blake Parsons there in position number 4 in the 55 ride. Michael Vitale there in position number 5. As he's got Josh Anders down to his inside, and the 2 ride of Kieran Roundtree back there on his back bumper. They're going to get a little single filed out here as the 213 with a good run down the back stretch. So he's going to try to catch back up to that 777 ride of Jesse Ingram and Blake Parsons as they continue to battle here for position number 3. As the top 4 are going to transfer through into the A main. Unfortunately, everybody else is going to be going home early. As Grant Wesley out in front, the 88 ride looking very slick out there, trying to pick up heat race win number 2, but we're going to see a caution flag fly here. Our second caution flag of the evening. First one of heat race number 2 as Kieran Roundtree in the 2 ride in the 18 machine, unfortunately coming together here. Corner number 3 and corner number 4. Heavy damage there to Kieran Roundtree and the 18 ride of Josh Anders, as Anders looks like he gets up into the wall just ever so slightly here. As he gets up into the wall, Kieran Roundtree right there behind him. Not enough time to react, to get down lower to avoid that additional contact. And the 2 ride going in the wrong direction, trying to go down pit side, but that car getting stopped on the racetrack. The caution flag is going to come out rather quickly. So a tough break there for Kieran Roundtree. So that's going to put him still at the rear of the field here, but some heavy damage to not only him but Josh Anders as well. And a tough break for Grant Wesley, and really a tough break for Blake Parsons as he had a good size lead between himself and Michael Vitale for that 4th and final transfer spot. That's going to move that 213 ride right to his rear bumper here as we're going to get ready to go back to green flag racing as Grant Wesley is going to set these drivers back loose. 2 more laps left to go here in heat race number 2. You see the 777 ride go for a big slider. Some contact. Around goes the 55 ride. And that's exactly what we were talking about right there. Heartbreak for Blake Parsons as he gets turned around here down the backstretch, and the caution flag back out in the air. We'll take a look. It looked like the 213 ride just unfortunately getting underneath of him, lifting those rear tires up in the air and kind of just spinning them to the left there. Luckily enough, not too much damage to either car, but unfortunately the 55 pointed in the wrong direction. Bringing out that second caution flag here of heat race number 2. That's going to move the 213 ride of Michael Vitale to the rear of the field as well. So that's going to move both of these guys possibly out of contention of picking up a transfer spot into the A main. So heartbreak for both of them as that's going to move Josh Anders now into that 4th and final transfer spot. Kieran Roundtree on the outside looking, and so is in Blake Parsons and Michael Vitale as they're back there in position number 6 and 7. Out in front, the 88 ride of Grant Wesley looking to pick up heat race win number 2, looking for that white flag, but he's going to see that green flag fly here, and he's going to have 2 more laps left to go to try to get it done. Jesse Ingram in the 777 ride has the 18 machine there to his inside as you can already see Blake Parsons trying to work his way up and into that 4th and final transfer spot as Kieran Roundtree to the outside here of the 18 ride now gets up into the outside wall. So Roundtree back to the rear of the field as Blake Parsons now into position number 5. He's on the outside looking in here as the 18 ride in that 4th and final transfer spot. Grant Wesley's going to pick up heat race win number 2 as right there at the line. The 18 ride of Josh Anders picking up that final transfer spot. So that means Wesley, Overstreet, Ingram, and Anders are going to transfer through into the A main, and everybody else is unfortunately going to be going home, or actually going to be going to the consolation race in this one. So we're going to get ready here for heat race number 3 as they start to stack up here on the pit lane down in corner number 1 as these drivers starting to load into the sim. We're going to get ready to rock and roll here for heat race number 3 on the evening. Looks like we are missing at least one driver here in this one, as it looks like Joel Burton is going to be starting on the pole here in this one. So Burton out in front. To his outside is the 15 ride of Nicholas Ellie, as Ellie going to be starting there in position number 2. Then it looks like the 99 ride of Billy Roberts going to be starting inside row at number 2 with Briggs Kiker to his outside, and Hunter Livesay there in position number 5 as we are green flag racing here in heat race number 3. We're missing Joseph Grandy and Kelly Wheeler here for this 3rd heat race of the Pro Late Model. So a tough race for those two as they're not out here for qualifying in this heat race. That's going to definitely put them into the consolation race here for this one. As Nicholas Ely out in front. Ely showing these drivers how to get it done as he leads the way. Joel Burton there in 2nd. The 99 ride of Billy Roberts into position number 3 as he battles side by side with the 7 ride of Briggs Kiker. As Kiker there to his outside in that Napa Master number 7 ride. 7 ride going to move up into position number 3 here as he makes the move around that Gears Unlimited A&J Landscaping number 99 ride. As he's going to slide back into position number 4. You see Hunter right there in the 97 ride, sticking right there with them. One mistake into the 7 ride or the 99, and you know that 97 is going to be right there to pounce it. Now you see Joel Burton sliding back ever so slightly. Burton sliding back here to the rear bumper now of him is that 7 ride. So 2, 3, and 4, 5 all right there. You can throw a blanket over him as Nicholas Healy out in front, continuing to pull away as that enemy setup shop continues to pull away more and more and more here. Joel Burton there in position number 2, trying to stretch out his 2nd place over that number 7 ride of Briggs Kiker. Is Kiker right there in position number 3. The driver's doing a fantastic job. We're going to see, I do believe the white flag is going to fly that time by. So the white flag out in the air here for Nicholas Ellie. Is Ellie looking to pick up heat race win number 3. He's going to head down into corner number 3 one more time and out of corner number 4. It's going to be the 15 ride of Nicholas Ellie picking up heat race win number 3. Joel Burton there in position number 2. Briggs Kiker and the 99 ride going to come home in position number 4. And it looks like we are going to skip our consolation race, and everybody is going to make it into the A main here in this one. Nobody's going to go home early. No one's pulling their ride up onto the trailer. And that means all of these drivers, 21 cars, are going to get ready to take the green flag here in our A main feature event. Ladies and gentlemen, you came here for a show. Well, here you go. Yo, Ethan Humphrey coming in with that like on the stream. What is good, Ethan? Ethan coming in, smashing that like on the stream. How's it going, my boy? How you doing? Ladies and gentlemen, if you're just tuning in, make sure y'all hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that follow button. If you're watching over on YouTube, make sure you hit that gosh heckin' subscribe button and hit that like button over there, as well as we're going to get ready to go green flag racing with our A main feature event. It's our A main about to get underway here. All right, as these drivers roll out onto the racetrack here, starting on the pole in this one, in the 524 machine, that is Brett Carey, and to his outside in the 15 ride, that is Nicholas Ellie. starting inside of row number 2 in the 88. That is Grant Wesley. Into his outside in the 9 ride. That is Ryan Stillwell. Starting inside of row number 3 in the 28 machine. That is Michael Overstreet. Into his outside in the 12 ride. That is Joel Burton. And we see Robert Brenham and Jesse Ingram there in 7th and 8th. Briggs Kiker there in 9th with Eddie Neal starting in position number 10. Josh Anders, Billy Roberts, Chris Cox, Blake Parsons, Hunter Livesey, Wade Burris, Michael Vidal, Kieran Roundtree, Scott Stroyer, Joseph Grandy, and Kelly Wheeler rounding out our field. But it looks like Grandy and Wheeler not starting this A main either, as we're going to end all the anticipation with our feature presentation as we are green flag racing here once again from Eldora Speedway. A little bit of contact between our leaders. They're stacking up here on the outside. Joel Burton's going to go around everyone, kind of trying to avoid him. The 777 ride getting collected in that one as well. And an early race caution flag here to get things underway in this one. Woo! It's definitely not how these drivers want to get things kicked off here with these pro late models at Eldora Speedway. There's a lot of contact, a lot of beating and banging, everyone battling for every position they can out there on the racetrack, and unfortunately, we're going to see that first caution flag fly here rather quickly tonight. So we're going to jump back and take a look and see what happens. So I do believe it just kind of starts at the front here, everyone kind of getting stacked up ever so slightly. See that contact right there. Everyone getting stacked up on the outside. The 12 ride and the 777 ride coming together. You see Wade, actually the 99 ride of Billy Roberts going upside down there as well. I don't know what happened to Billy Roberts, but Billy goes upside down and goes for a ride as well here. We have to take a look back and see what happens to the 99 machine. I don't even know if anyone made contact with him there. That was kind of weird, chat. I think Billy got maybe a little bit of contact here from the 55. Oh yeah, right there. Just enough to kind of scoop that rear end up, spin him around, and unfortunately, that's going to put him back down pit side as we're going to get ready to go back to green flag racing, with the caution flag going to come out rather quickly here. It looks like some of these drivers still trying to come back out onto the racetrack, and they're going to throw that caution flag and extend this this little caution flag period just a little bit more here. Nicholas Ely out in front, Brett Carey there in second, Grant Wesley, Michael Overstreet, Ryan Stillwell rounding out our top 5 here. So we're going to get these drivers stacked back up and ready to go back to green flag racing. See some of these guys still kind of beating and banging, battling back here in the rear of the field, even under caution flag, trying to figure out where they're supposed to be here in this lineup. Trying to get everyone situated, trying to make sure that they're all back to where they're supposed to be. As looks like the top 3 here, looks like they've got their stuff figured out here. So it actually shows the 524 ride out in front now. So Brett Carey leading the way here. Brett looking to have another good run. Was having a great race there in the 358 modifieds. Okay. Now I'm not sure what's happening, as it looks like Brett Carey and the 15 ride of Nicholas Ellie are both going to be put to the rear of the field here. Not sure what's going on here with this one. It looks like Brett Carey and Nicholas Ellie are both going to be put to the back of the pack. Our top 2 car is going to be back at the rear. So this is a strange one here for us, Chad. This is a strange one here for us tonight. Looks like everyone's situated, everyone's back where they're supposed to be, but Brett Carey and Nicholas Ely back to the rear of the field. That's going to forfeit the lead out here to the 88 ride of Grant Wesley. So Wesley now out in front in the 88 machine. Ryan Stillwell, Michael Overstreet right there behind him. Robert Brenneman there in fourth. Eddie Neal there in fifth. Chris Cox, Hunter Limesy, Wade Burris, Josh Anders, and Michael Vitale going to round out our top 10 here. As we're going to get ready to set these drivers back loose. The lights are turned off, that official iRacing pace truck, and we're going to set these drivers back loose. The 88 machine looking for that pace truck to make the hard left-hand turn, open the track up as he's going to fire first here, and he's going to set up loose here as we're back to green flag racing. The 88 ride out in front of Grant Wesley as he leads the way. The 28 ride of Michael Overstreet down to the bottom side here, trying to make some moves here on that 9 ride of Ryan Stillwell. Stillwell looked very good in heat race number 1. He had to start back in position number 4, but here he is looking for more. It's the 9 ride right there on the back bumper of the 88 ride of Grant Wesley as Wesley has the 9 machine right there in his back rear view mirror here. Michael Overstreet there in third. Chris Cox down to the bottom side here, trying to work his way underneath the 318 ride of Eddie Neal as Neal there in position number 4. Here comes Wade Burris as Burris right through the middle of the racetrack here, trying to make some moves here, trying to crack his way into the top 5 as he tries to work his way around that 515. Robert Brenneman there in 7th as you see Jesse Ingram, Brett Carey. Some of these guys had to go to the rear of the field here, starting to work their way back up towards the front as Carey already back up inside the top 10 here as he works to the inside of Hunter Limesy for position number 8 on the racetrack. Blake Parsons trying to follow that 524 ride right on through, and here comes Nicholas Ellie as well as Ellie down there on the bottom side. You see some of these fast cars that unfortunately got put to the rear, starting to work their way back towards the front here, running some different lines on the racetrack. As they're down on the bottom side, making some quick lap times here, trying to crack their way back inside the top 5 as that 524 ride up into position number 8. He's got his eyes set on the 96 rider Robert Brenneman. These guys all continue to battle all around the racetrack here. I'm not even sure what lap we're actually on here. Let me kind of reset this thing. It says lap 9 of 40. Okay, there we go, lap 10. All right, as out in front, Ryan Stillwell makes the move here. He's going to get around the 88 rider Grant Wesley, so Wesley's going to slide back into third here as the 28 rider Michael Overstreet was able to work his way around him as well. So that moves the 88 ride back into position number 3. Chris Cox there in fourth. Wade Burris there in fifth as Brett Carey trying to work his way still throughout the field as now he's down low trying to make the move here on the 318 ride of Eddie Neal for position number 6. So Carey making some quick work here up inside the top 6 now as that 524 ride putting the moves on here, trying to get to the front of the field as we see that caution flag come back out here for the second time in this one. It looks like Joel Burton, unfortunately, that white knuckle number 12 ride gonna go around here. So he gets up into the outside wall, nowhere to go for Kieran Roundtree as he just gets a little piece of him underneath of him there, shoving him a little bit harder into that outside wall, and that 12 ride goes for a wild spin there. We're gonna jump right on board here. Just get up, tag the wall ever so slightly, scrub that speed off, and then Kieran Roundtree, not enough time to react, gets into him. The 12 ride goes for a violent spin there. See, that sun is getting very bright for these drivers. They're having a hard time to see down there through corner number 3. Really, they're having a tough time seeing as that sun is right in their eyes as they come into corner number 3 here. Down through corner number 4, so that may cause some incidences here. You'll be able to see it right there. That is pretty bright on these drivers' eyes, and it's only going to get worse as that sun continues to set more and more here. Hopefully it falls down behind the grandstands rather quickly. These drivers all looking to try to go back to green flag racing, trying to get this one in the books here as they're going to get stacked back up and ready to go back to green flag racing as the lights are turned off. That official iRacing pace truck, and we're going to set these drivers back loose. But ladies and gentlemen, we're going to jump into a quick Peacemaker Gaming crank it up. So crank up that volume and cheer on your favorite driver as we're going to crank it up. Caution flag coming right back out here. Crank it up. Caution flag coming out as big wreck down in corner number 1 here on the restart. That is going to change this race completely as we saw a couple drivers go upside down. Michael Vitale, Eddie Neal collected in that as well, as we're going to take a look and see what happens. Oh, Eddie already upside down there. Some heavy contact there for the 213 ride. You see that car all tore up there. The front end completely tore off that ride. We're going to have to go and take a look and see what happens here. That 318 ride is, it's like Nicholas Alley just kind of gets into the back of him, spins him around up the racetrack, right into Michael Vitale. Nowhere for him to go as he drives right into that one. Oh, the 97 ride getting a big piece of that as well. Some heavy contact there for Hunter Livesay as he gets a piece of that. See if we can get a look on board here with the 97 machine. Pretty heavy damage there as well for the 97 ride. We're going to get these drivers stacked back up. We're going to get ready to go back to green flag racing. We're going to get one more lap around the racetrack. Here's the lights still turned on, that official iRacing pace truck. We're going to get ready to set these drivers back loose. Hopefully we can get some good green flag laps in there, but some heavy contact and a tough break for Eddie Neal and Michael Vitale as they both get collected in that one. But the lights are turned off, that official iRacing pace truck, and we're going to get ready to set these drivers back loose. The field being led by the 9 ride of Ryan Stillwell as Stillwell out in front. Michael Overstreet in second. Grant Wesley there in third. Chris Cox, Wade Burns, Brett Carey, Blake Parsons, Robert Brenneman, Briggs Kiker, and Joel Burton rounding out our top 10 as we're going to get ready to set these drivers back loose, and we're going to crank it up. right, is that caution flag coming back out here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that crank it up session. Man, these guys putting on a wicked show. Eldora Speedway, absolutely beautiful here once again. Is that caution flag going to come back out here? We're going to take a look back and see what brings out the caution flags. It looks like Kieran Roundtree in the 2-ride. Unfortunately, having some issues here as the 2-ride been all around some of this contact here tonight. 2-ride unfortunately gets up into that outside wall. He's going to go for a bit of a spill there in corner number 2, go upside down onto his lid. And a tough break there for Roundtree. That's definitely not how you want your night to go. Getting a face full of dirt like that is definitely not what you want. See that car just gets kind of into the outside wall, then just kind of gets dug into it, and then you can see him just sliding down the racetrack upside down. And a tough break there for the 2-ride as he's parked down pit side, getting some work done to that ride. And during that crank it up session, we saw a couple lead changes. We saw the 9-rider Ryan Stillwell fall back to position number 5. We saw Grant Wesley jump back out, lead some laps once again, but the 28 ride of Michael Overstreet was able to overtake that the number 88 ride and take the lead away. So that shade of Ricky Bobby and that Wonder Bread number 28 ride. It's the White Knuckle Racing Setup Shop number 28 ride out in front, leading the way here. Blake Parsons, Grant Wesley, Ryan Stillwell, and Brett Carey right there behind him as we are back to green flag racing. The green flag back out into the air here in this one. Ladies and gentlemen, if you guys are just tuning in, make sure you hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that follow button. And if you're watching over on YouTube, make sure you hit that subscribe button as we continue to work on 200 subscribers over on YouTube Gaming, as we're going to see some wicked racing action to end this one off as Grant Wesley tries to hunt down the 28 ride of Michael Overstreet. As Overstreet there in the top spot. We saw Blake Parsons up there. He got to almost went around right there, make some hard contact with the inside wall here. He's going to lose a lot of momentum. He's got a lot of hungry drivers right there behind him as they're 3 wide battling there. Back in about the 7th, 8th, 9th position there as you see Cox trying to work his way up through the field. Wade Burris and Robert Brenneman trying to work their way up towards the front, as well as we're going to see the caution flag fly here one more time. As the caution flag coming back out, we're going to take a look and see what brings out caution flag. I do believe number 4 here of this one, as it looks like Billy Roberts, the 99 ride. And that Gears Unlimited A&J Landscaping number 99 ride. Oh, is going to get some contact there. The rear bumper lifting those rear tires up in the air. Going to lose all traction and go hard into that outside wall after a little bit of contact. I believe with the 57 ride of Scott Schroyer, as Schroyer drove it in there a little bit deeper than I think the 99 ride was expecting. That contact spinning him around hard into that outside wall right there. Oh. Tough break there for that Outlaw Racing League number 99 ride, as parked on the racetrack, pointed in the wrong direction there. Gonna have to rejoin the field deep in this one as he's gonna get lined back up and ready to go back. We're gonna see the lights turn off the official iRacing pace truck this time by the start-finish line. These drivers line back up, stack back up, and ready to go back to green flag racing here. Ladies and gentlemen, you came here for a show. Well, here you go as these drivers are about to get ready to go back to battle here at Eldora Speedway. And make sure you guys don't go anywhere, as the racing action is nowhere close to being over. As soon as this race is over, we got the big block modifieds up next, as the big blocks are going to be back out onto the racetrack for their for the third race of the night. The third race of the night with those big block modifieds coming right up here in a few more moments. All right, Michael Overstreet looking for that pace truck to make the hard left-hand turn, as we're going to set these drivers back loose as the green flag back out in the air here, and we're back to green flag racing. 30 out of 40 laps completed here. That means we're going to see 10 more laps to go here next time by as Overstreet trying to lead the way here, trying to pick up the checkered flag in the second race of the evening when he's got Brett Carey and Grant Wesley there to his back bumper. The 28 ride sees that 10 laps left to go. You see a lot of fast cars back up in front of the field here. After the 524 ride and the 15 got EOLs early on in this one, having to work their way back through the field up towards the front here. Brett Carey and that 15 ride of Nicholas Ely passing a lot of drivers, working their way up inside the top line. As Michael Overstreet leads the way here, he's going to see 8 more laps left to go. He continues to hit his marks, continues to run that fastest way around the racetrack, trying to hold off Brett Carey and Nicholas Ely as Ely jumps up and takes over position number 3 from Grant Wesley, and Ryan Stillwell there in position number 5 as we see that caution flag fly one more time. The caution flag coming out again late in this one as we're going to take another look back and see what happens as Blake Parsons was having a great run, had worked his way from deep in the field up into the top 5 there for a little bit, then slid back here and now having some more issues as just gets a little nudge there on the rear bumper from the 96 rider Robert Brenneman. 318 getting a piece of that one. Schroyer getting a little piece of that as well. That's all it takes. Just that little bit of contact is enough to spin these cars around, lift those rear tires up in the air. See that contact right there, and around goes the 55, and then everybody else just trying to avoid them here, but fortunately pointed in the wrong direction and stopped on the racetrack. They quickly throw that caution flag, but now we're going to see some single file restarts here. I think that kind of works out into the advantage of the 28 ride, but I don't think he wanted to see that caution flag. He had his car hooked up and rocking and rolling there on the high side. He was looking to try to keep it clean and green to pick up the checkered flag, and now he's going to have that 524 ride of Brett Carey right to his rear bumper now. That 524 ride, you know he's going to make some moves, trying to get that white knuckle setup shop and designs ride into victory lane here in race number 2 of the evening. Grant Wesley right there in third as iRacing gave his spot back as Nicholas Ely was able to make the pass. He's going to have to forfeit that third position, so Wesley going to be able to try to hold on to position number 3 here as we're going to go back to green flag racing as the green flag back out in the air here once again at Eldora Speedway. Carry up into the outside wall. The 524 ride makes a mistake, gets up into the outside wall. Now 3 wide back here for position number 3. Wesley is going to jump up into that second spot after the 524 ride of Brett Carey gets into the outside wall, and that's exactly what Michael Overstreet wanted to see, was those drivers behind him having some issues and now having to battle it out, duke it out side by side. But there is the last thing he needed, was another caution flag. As the caution flag coming back out, he's going to have to try to hit that restart all over again. The last thing he wanted to see is he had a good size lead over that 88 ride. He's looking very, very good, trying to pick up the checker flags. It looks like Blake Parsons, unfortunately, the 55 ride up into the outside wall again. The 12 ride coming in, a little bit more head of steam getting into his back bumper. Gets him into that outside wall and upside down, and the caution flag coming back out here once again as the 12 ride. Joel Burton gets in there a little bit deeper. Probably wasn't expecting that 55 ride to get up into that outside wall and make that contact. Unfortunately, that's going to stack these drivers back up as we're going to get ready to go back to green flag racing here once again. Another restart for Michael Overstreet to have to try and keep these drivers at bay. Wesley now up into second. Brett Carey there in third after he got up into the outside wall. Really set him back there, almost put him back in about 6th position as Ryan Stillwell and Nicholas Ely were both there trying to get around him. Ely, unfortunately, getting the raw end of that deal as he was right behind that 524 Ryan, had to get on the binders. Lost another couple spots there as And 9 Ride was able to get around him. Now he's got Wade Burris right there on his back bumper. Chris Cox there in 7th. Jesse Ingram there in 8th. Briggs Kiker there in 9th. And Billy Roberts in that Gears Unlimited 99 Ride there in position number 10. So we're going to see these drivers get the green flag as we are back to racing action here. 28 Ride with another great restart. Looking to try and pull away. The 88 rider Grant Wesley down on the bottom side here, getting a good run down the backstretch to that bottom side. Really starting to come in strong here, but they're going to try to stay up on the high side and get these big runs. So we're going to see 4 more laps left to go here as Michael Overstreet continues to lead the way in that white knuckle number 28 ride. Brett Carey in the 524 ride trying to slide in to position number 2 here. He's trying to take over that 2nd spot from the 88 ride. He's going to get there. So now 2 white knuckle set up in design shop rides there in 1st and 2nd as the white knuckle rides there leading the way as we're going to see 2 more laps left to go here for Michael Overstreet. Can he hold Brett Carey at bay? Does Nicholas Alley have anything to say as he's going to slide up and take that 3rd spot away now from Grant Wesley? Is Wesley going to slide back to 4th? He's going to try to battle back strong on the inside here, but we're going to see that white flag fly in one more time here for the 28 ride. Down the backstretch into corner number 3. He's got about a 7/10 of a second lead up on the high side. Picture perfect out of corner number 4, and it's Michael Overstreet picking up the feature win here in the A&J Landscaping Gears Unlimited Outlaw Racing League Pro Late Models here at Eldora Speedway. Overstreet pulling that 28 ride down here into victory lane with his teammate in the 524 ride. Brett Carey right there in position number 2, and Nicholas Ely with a good comeback here in that enemy setups. Number 15 ride coming home in position number 3. Ely's going to pull up here onto the front stretch as you see the 28 ride up. Michael Overstreet up there in victory lane here at Eldora Speedway. These drivers getting their pictures took, and we're going to get ready to jump up into the broadcast booth with post-race interviews with our top 3, and then we're going to be jumping right in to our 3rd feature event of the evening as the Big Block Modifieds up right after this. Big Block Modifieds up next here for our 3rd race of the evening. As we're going to jump up into the Discord here, we're going to pull that number 28 ride of Michael Overstreet into the Discord here for his post-race interviews. Looking for Overstreet to jump into the Discord here. We see Briggs Kiker up in the broadcast waiting room, but Nicholas Ellie's up there. We're still waiting for Overstreet here. Waiting for our race winner to jump in here. There we go. We see him now. So ladies and gentlemen, let's see those checkered flags flying here once again in the chat. Jump into the chat and congratulate Michael Overstreet on picking up the checkered flag here in the late models as we're going to pull the number 28 ride up here into the broadcast booth. Hey, Michael, it's Aaron up here in the Peacemaker broadcasting booth. You get a copy?
Yes, sir, I do.
Michael, my boy, what a run, what a drive, man, as we saw that 28 ride slowly but surely work your way towards the front of the field there. And once you got that lead away from the 88 ride, you kind of set sail there. But, I mean, so many caution flags there late in this one. You really had to be on your tippy toes and make sure that you hit those lines absolutely perfect as this racetrack, once again, got super slicked off. And, you know, that high side is very, very treacherous. You're able to hit your marks absolutely perfect. Park that 28 ride up here in victory lane at Eldora Speedway and picking up the opener here for the Pro Late Models in the Outlaw Racing League. Man, how does it feel and how did you get it done here tonight?
Feels pretty good to see the work we put in pay off. Hadn't really had great luck here recently, but just ran my race, figured out where I was faster, and made sure to run consistent laps the whole time.
Absolutely, man, and that's exactly what you did. You continued to hit those marks, continued to hit those consecutive laps, and making sure you kept these drivers at bay as you had your teammate right there behind you, Brett Carey. We saw him work his way through the field, and late in this race, I want to say probably about the second last caution flag there, the second last restart. He was right there on your back bumper, and obviously Kerry so fast, and pretty much anything he gets behind the wheel. Yeah, were you a little bit nervous seeing him right there on your back bumper?
Oh yeah, you're always nervous whenever you see somebody come through the field like that. Whenever they're that close, that late in the race.
Absolutely. Well, you're able to hold him off there after, he made a little bit of a mistake there on that second last restart, got up into that outside wall, but he was able to work his way back up and able to, be right there behind you at the end of this one, but not quick enough to beat you here tonight as you're able to park that 28 ride down here in victory lane. Michael, who do you want to thank for such a strong performance here in these pro late models?
The whole white knuckle setup shop, every single one of those guys. WB Creative. I think that's about it.
All right, well, Michael, congratulations on picking up the checkered flag here in this one, man. A good way to get this series kicked off here for the pro late models, man. And a lot better of a run than what we saw there in the 358 modifieds. We saw a little bit of a rough draw there for you, but a good run here in these late models, and being able to park it down here in victory lane has got to feel pretty good, man.
Yeah, it does. Kind of surprised, honestly.
You know what? Sometimes, it just works out perfectly, and it worked out perfectly here for you tonight. Hopefully, we'll see it back up here in the broadcast booth in the big blocks, and hopefully maybe we'll see it back up in victory lane before the night's done.
Well, I don't know if I'm running that one. Not 100% sure yet. But if I do, I hope to see you.
All right, well, Michael, hopefully we see you in the next one. Hopefully we'll see you back up here in the broadcast booth. If not, we'll see you hopefully down here next Tuesday.
All right. Thank you for hosting or broadcasting.
Absolutely, my boy. Have a great night if we don't see you.
You too.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, give it up there for our race winner here in race number 2, the 28 rider, Michael Overstreet. Is Overstreet able to jump up and pick up that checkered flag as we're going to pull our second place finisher now, the 524 rider, Brett Carey, up here into the broadcast booth as Carey coming home in position number 2 here in this one. Hey, Brett, it's Aaron up here in the Peacemaker Broadcasting booth. You got a copy?
You got a copy, buddy. How you doing?
Oh, pretty good, Brett, my boy. What a run, what a drive, man. We saw that 524 ride, having to work your way around a lot of cars after getting that EOL early on in the race. I'm not sure what that was about, but we saw you in the 15 ride having to go all the way back into about that 18th, 19th position, having to pass a lot of very, very fast race cars, and unfortunately coming up one spot short, but coming up one spot short to your teammate is never a bad thing, but I'm sure that 524 ride was fast enough to maybe pick up the checkered flag here tonight.
Well, I was definitely going to give it a try on that last lap, but I happened to catch the wall, and all you can do at that point is just scream and cry.
Absolutely, man. That wall is very, very treacherous. We saw a lot of drivers get into it already so far tonight. I'm sure we'll see that in the big block modifieds. This racetrack gets slicked off, man. It's tough to, keep that car pointed in the right direction and keep it out of that outside wall, and that little bit of contact can scrub off a lot of speed, and you can get passed by a lot of drivers in a quick hurry if you hit that wall a little bit too hard out there.
Oh yeah, man. It'll get a hold of you, and it's always nice to finish the second to somebody on your team, and let alone running your setup. And he's always so consistent. Mike, he's just the kid's consistent, man. He deserved this win tonight, and he earned it very well. And I wish I could have took it from him, but he deserves it tonight, man.
Absolutely, Brett. Well, you're going to have one more shot at picking up another checkered flag. Hopefully we'll see you in the big block modifieds. But, Brett, who would you like to thank here for such a strong performance tonight in that 524 ride?
Yeah, I'd like to thank everybody on the car, man. White Knuckle Setup and Shop and Graphics Shop. All the guys there, help me get these sets dialed in. Every day they work hard, man. And I work hard to try to get these things dialed in. All the designers working there that always keeping me looking fast. WB Creative, A1 Designs, DDS Designs, Wolfspeed Media, and EDS Photography for my picture and video promotion, Snake Bitten Gaming, and Sub-Zero Sim Racing.
Beauty. Well, Brett, congrats on the second place run here in this one. Hopefully we'll see you back up here in the broadcast booth in the big block modifieds right after this.
Yes, sir. We're going to give it our all.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, give it up there for that 524 ride as Brett Carey coming home in position number 2 here in this one, man. A great run and a great drive there, working his way back up through the field, passing a lot of cars and battling hard for a great finish here in these Pro Late models. As we're going to jump up into the broadcast booth once again, we're going to pull in our second place finisher in the 15 ride of Nicholas Ellie, as Ellie coming home there in position number 3 here tonight. Yo, Braden Bradshaw. Braden coming in, smashing that follow over on Facebook. Braden, welcome to the Peacemaker family, my boy, coming in, smashing that follow button, becoming one of the newest followers here on Peacemaker Gaming as we continue to grow more and more and more. Braden, I'm glad to have you as part of the family, my boy, and good to see you, good to see you, dude. Good to see you, homie. Good to see you. As we're going to pull our third place finisher now, that 15 ride of Nicholas Ely, up into the Peacemaker broadcasting booth for his post-race interview. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for him as he comes home with a great run here in position number 3. Hey, Nicholas, it's Aaron up here in the Peacemaker broadcasting booth. You get a copy?
Let's go!
Hello?
Oh, I got a copy, Nicholas?
Yes.
Beauty, there we go. Nicholas, my boy, a great run, a great drive here for you in this one, man. It looked like that 15 ride was going to be able to run away early on with this one, as that 15 ride was very, very fast. And unfortunately, we saw you and Carey both getting EOLs there, going to the rear of the field. I don't know what that was all about. Maybe you guys just wanted to put on a show for all the fans in the stands, as we saw you two, pick away car by car by car, working your ways back through the field here late in this one. You guys were right there at the end, battling hard, trying to get up there and maybe get the win away from that 28 ride. But unfortunately, you come home a couple spots short, but still a great run, and parking that 15 ride up here on the front stretch is always a good thing, as a solid third place run is something you can never be, sad about.
Yeah, I mean, definitely a good run. Unfortunate in the beginning. I think we were just going for the same piece of real estate, and then we got into each other a little bit, and just a tough racing deal, I think, in the beginning. And then I ended up getting not one, but 2 EOLs. I got caught up in a middle of the race caution there coming from the back, and then got another one and had to come from the back again. And I think we're really fast, really competitive. Just happy to be able to get back up on the podium.
Absolutely, man. A great run and a great drive. We saw you jump up there and pass a lot of cars and showed a lot of speed here in these late models at Eldora, but unfortunately running out of time there and coming up a couple spots short of the checkered flag, but still parking it up here on the podium's got to feel pretty good.
For sure.
All right, Nicholas, well, congrats on the third place run here in this one, my boy. You're going to have one more shot at picking up a checkered flag here with the big block modified, so hopefully we'll see you back up here in the broadcast booth. But anyone you'd like to thank here for such a strong performance so far tonight?
Just got to thank all the guys at Enemy and 4-2 Graphics.
Beauty. Well, Nicholas, congrats on the third place run here in the late models, and hopefully we'll talk to you back up here in the broadcast booth after the big block modified race.
Awesome. Thank you.
Absolutely. Have yourself a good night.
You too.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, give it up there for that 15 ride of Nicholas Ely as he comes home in position number 3 here in this one, man. Another great run, another great drive there for that 15 ride, as we're going to get ready for our third feature of the evening, our third race of the evening about to get underway here, as we're going to quickly jump in here. We're going to see if this is ready to go, as we're going to get ready for our third race of the night. Hopefully we can get this done in time, as the big block's already up and going here. We're going to jump right on in as practice almost coming to a close. That means we're going to get qualifying right underway, and then we're going to be jumping into our heat races here as all these drivers loading into the sim and getting ready to go back to racing action here, as our third race of the evening about to get underway, man. Our third race of the night already, man. This has been absolutely wicked. Some awesome racing action all throughout the evening. Has been a lot of fun to watch. Been a ton of fun to watch, Chad. It's been a ton of fun, and if you guys have enjoyed this racing action, please make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that follow button. If you're watching over on YouTube, hit that subscribe button, as we continue to try to build more and more and more over there on YouTube, as well as, man, some wicked racing action, a lot of fun, and a lot A lot of wicked racing out here on this one. Hunter says, my engine went boom. Oh, no. Hunter, my boy, your engine went boom. That's not how you want to get things going. That's not how you want to see the night go. Yolani Gear coming in with that like and the share as well. Ethan Humphrey, I'm pretty sure I already called that one out, but coming in showing that love as well. Smashing that like on the stream as we see these big blocks out onto the racetrack here. We're going to get ready for our third race of the evening. These drivers loading into the sim here. The final race of the evening. We're going to get ready to see these drivers. Going to jump out here for a little bit of qualifying action. They're already out there getting their qualifying laps in. See where all these drivers line up and stack up here. Right now, Robert Brenneman and Chris Cox with the exact same lap times with 16:37s. They are 1 and 2 on the track here. Josh Anders in third, Michael Vitale there in fourth, Joel Burton, Jason Butterfield, Blake Parsons rounding out our top 7 drivers as more and more cars jumping out onto the racetrack looking to try and lay down some quick lap times. Ryan Stillwell in the 9 ride going to slide into third. See Caleb Gwynn in here as well in the Apex Industries ride in the 25 machine. Caleb Gwynn in here trying to have a good run as well. We're going to see a few new drivers. We see Rick Gibson out there as well. Gibson in the 38 ride out onto the racetrack. We believe those are the only 2. Caleb Gwynn and Rick Gibson are the only 2 new drivers as we get a new driver at the top of the charts here. It's Billy Roberts laying down a quick lap time. Just barely over Scott Schroyer. Schroyer jumps up into position number 2. Both of them at a 16:34. It goes down to a thousandth of a second as Billy Roberts takes that top spot away from the 57 ride. It's, man, oh man, some quick lap times and a lot of tight racing here. See Brett Carey back out onto the racetrack. Carey is going to try to lay down a quick lap time here, try to slide his way up the speed charts, and there it is, Brett Carey with the quick time here in qualifying. Quick time going to that 5:24 ride as, man, oh man, the already qualifying here for the Tight Lines Apparel qualifying section has been absolutely wicked here in the 5:24 ride, jumping up to the top of the speed charts in that White Knuckle Racing Setup Shop number 5:24 ride to the top of the speed charts. Looking very good early on in this one as we're going to get ready here for the Vitale Motorsports Big Block Modifieds racing action here as we're going to get ready for a little bit of heat racing here in just a couple moments here. We're going to get ready for some heat race action. These drivers are going to jump out onto the racetrack, and we're going to see these drivers go to battle here one more time tonight as these cars, man, are oh so fast. You see Jax Young, he's going to jump up into position number 2, just a couple 100s off of Brett Carey as Carey stays at the top of the speed charts. Nicholas Ellie's going to jump up into position number 7, no, 8 on the speed charts. In that 15 ride, we'll have to see if he can get a little bit quicker here on lap number 2. Doesn't look like it. Doesn't look like he's going to get much quicker there. No, he's not going to get a quicker lap in lap number 2. It does look like we have Jake Henry still to qualify here. Once he's done his qualifying session, or the qualifying may get advanced here. Looks like we got 23 drivers registered here and ready to rock and roll for our third race of the evening. Our third race of the evening about to get underway. Woo! Man, this is going to be good. This is going to be fun, chat. This a lot of cars and a lot of very fast drivers once again in this one as we're going to get ready to rock and roll once again. As all these drivers loading into the sim and getting ready to rock and roll here. We're about to get things kicked off here with the third race of the evening and heat race number 1 about to get underway here. These drivers look like qualifying is over, but we're going to get a quick break in here in between qualifying and The first heat race action of the big block modifieds.
Jay Eliante pulling up, feeling like Harry Belafonte. Look at my racks, feel like Serena went from the back. Swing, pull like Jim, waves on swim, and a rock Timbs with the tech. Butterfly doors on the Tesla, I spend shit on gas.
$150, I be at the strippy club. Whiskey sippy cup, I be on like Disney Plus. Empress New Grove, on my cheese blue. Bitch got a twin, and she let me hit it. Hold up. Freaky little mommy wanna suck me till I sleep. I can't even lie, yeah, she being a little. Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome in as we're going to get ready here for heat race number 1. Heat race number 1 about to get underway as these drivers load into the sim here. They're parked down pit side as we're going to get ready for the first heat race of the evening. Brett Carey going to start us off here from that pole position, and to his outside in the 57 ride is Scott Schroyer. Starting inside of row number 2 in the 88, that is Grant Wesley, and to his outside in the 18, that is Josh Anders. Starting inside of row number 3 in the 777 right is Jesse Ingram. To his outside is Briggs Kiker, and then we see Rick Gibson and Kieran Roundtree rounding out our field as we're going to get ready here for heat race number 1. Let's get it, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go, chat. Oh! We are green flag racing here. The green flag coming out quickly in this one for that 524 ride, trying to pick up right where he left off. And so he's out in front here, trying to do what he does best, and that's lead laps here. That 524 ride of Brett Carey, oh so fast once again. Carey out in front, Grant Wesley there in position number 2, Scott Schroyer there in third, Schroyer in position number 3. And Schroyer looking pretty good out there. See some contact up into the outside wall. Goes the 18 right of Josh Anders. Anders into the outside wall. The enemy number 2 right of Kieran Roundtree getting collected in that one as well. Briggs Kiker getting a little piece of that as well. I do believe the top 4 are going to transfer through into the A main once again as we see the caution flag fly here in heat race number 1. The caution flag coming out here as Josh Anders, unfortunately, going to get pointed in the wrong direction here on the backstretch. Right there, gets up into the outside wall after already having some pretty heavy right side damage. Looks like that car just tracks itself up the racetrack hard into that outside wall. He's going to take that ride down pit side, and a tough break there for the white knuckle number 18 ride. He's parked down pit side here in heat race number 1. Brett Carey, though, still out in front as Carey leads the way once again, looking to have himself another wicked night of racing action here. That 524 ride looking to try and pick up a checkered flag. Came up oh so close in our last race, coming up 2 spots, well, 1 spot short, picking up that second place finish in the Pro Late Models that we just got finished. And here he is in this one, leading the way in heat race number 1, trying to pick up the checkered flag here, at least in this heat race, but trying to pick up the checkered flag also in the in these 3 or big block modifieds. These guys putting on a great show here for us once again. We're gonna get these drivers lined back up, and we're gonna get ready to go back to green flag racing as the green flag about to be back out in the air here. These drivers getting set and ready to rock and roll as heat race number 2. Heat race number 1 about to get back underway here. Heat race number 1, back to green flag here as the green flag back out in the air for Brett Carey. Carey out in front, but we're going to see that caution flag fly once again. It looks like the 77 ride of Jesse Ingram, unfortunately, going to bring out the caution flag here for the second time in heat race number 1. We're going to take a look back. The 77 ride was there on the outside in position number 3. Hangs this outside wall right at the flag stand, goes upside down, nowhere to go for the 38 ride or the 2 rider Kieran Roundtree. It's 777 ride stuck in that outside catch fence, and a tough break there for him as he was in a transfer spot but now parked down pit side. For second caution flag coming out here rather quickly in heat race number 2. That's going to give us some time though, so we can quickly just do a little something here, chat. We gotta quickly try and restart this overlay. This overlay sometimes does not like to work unless if we restart it in between shows. So we're going to get this all hooked back up, and we're going to get ready to go back to green flag racing as the green flag back out in the air here once again. Brett Carey leads the way in that 524 machine. Grant Wesley there in position number 2. Wesley in that second spot on the racetrack. These drivers doing a fantastic job early on in this one as Grant Wesley trying to work his way to the outside of that 524 ride, but Brett Carey trying to hold him off. Scott Schroyer right there in position number 3. Here comes Briggs Kiker. Is Kiker there in that 4th and final transfer spot? Rick Gibson there in position number 5 with Kieran Roundtree there in 6 as these drivers continue to pound off laps. It's the 524 ride continuing to lead the way as Brett Carey still out in front, showing these drivers how to get it done as we're going to see that white flag fly in one more time around here. One more lap for Brett Carey down the backstretch into corner number 3 and out of corner number 4. He's going to pick up heat race win number 1. Heat race win number 1 going to the 524 machine of Brett Carey. Grant Wesley there in second. Scott Schroyer and Briggs Kiker coming home in that 4th and final transfer spot. Gibson, Roundtree, Ingram, and Anders all going to the consolation race. So we're going to get ready here for heat race number 2. These drivers getting loaded into the sim as we're going to get ready to rock and roll with heat race action number 2 with the big block modifieds. Yo, Nate Verico coming in with that subscribe over on YouTube. Nate, welcome to the Peacemaker fam over on YouTube Gaming. My boy coming in big, smashing that sub button. Welcome to the family, my boy. Welcome to the Peacemaker crew. So we're going to get ready here for heat race number 2 as these drivers rolling out onto the racetrack. Leading the way here, choosing the high side on the start of this one. It's that 24 machine of Jax Young, as Young going to start there in position number 1 to his inside now with the 96 ride. That is Robert Brenneman. Starting inside of row number 2 in the 15 ride, that is Nicholas Ellie, and to his outside is Michael Vidal. And we see Randall Dixon, Jason Butterfield, Hunter Livesay, and Jake Henry rounding out our field. No Jake Henry on the racetrack though, as Jax Young quickly out in front, putting that 24 ride out in front here, quickly shot out of a cannon out to about a 9/10 of a second lead here. He's going to lead lap number 1 as that 24 machine shot out of a cannon here once again. He picked up the 358 modified feature win early on in the evening, and here he is in the big block modified, trying to pick up right where he left off, and that's at the front of the field and doing great work here in these modifieds. Robert Brenneman there in position number 2 in the 96 ride with Michael Vidal. That Gears Unlimited number 213 right as we see one driver turned around and the caution flag is going to fly. That's Randall Dixon going for a ride there in that 111 machine. It's a tough break there for him. He's going to get turned around and the caution flag is going to fly very quickly here that 111 machine, as we're going to take a look back and see what happens. It looks like the 93 ride there to his inside, but no, it looks like the 111 ride gets up into the outside wall here. Some heavy contact there, comes back down the racetrack, nowhere to go. The 93 ride of Jason Butterfield as he gets a big piece of him. Oh. A tough break there, and unfortunately being pointed in the wrong direction, going around the caution flag, coming out automatically very quickly there. And a tough break for the 111 ride. So these drivers are going to get stacked back up, and we're going to get ready to go back to green flag racing. This is the last thing the 24 ride wanted to see, as Jax was out to a good size lead, stretching his lead out to almost a second. Is going to bring the rest of this field right back to his rear bumper, as he's got Michael Vitale and Robert Brenneman right there behind him, but he's going to get a great restart. A picture-perfect restart there for the 24 machine, as he's quickly up on the high side, putting that pedal to the metal, and he's trying to pull away once again from the rest of the field. As Michael Vitale in the 213 going to use that high side momentum to work his way around the 15 ride of Nicholas Ellie, as Ellie is going to slide back into third there. Robert Brenneman there in fourth in that final transfer spot. He's got Jason Butterfield behind him, the 97 Hunter Livesay, and Randall Dixon right there in position number 7. And we're missing Jake Henry, who's supposed to be our 8th driver on the racetrack here in this one. Not out there, so a tough break there for Jake Henry, missing the start of this second heat race of the evening. But Jax Young out in front, stretching his lead out more and more. Is that 24 ride out to about a 1.2 second lead over the second place number 15 ride of Nicholas Elias. Jax Hugh is going to see that check, or the white flag here, so one more time around for the 24 ride as he comes out of corner number 2 and heads down the backstretch. Still about a 1.5 second lead over second place as he heads into corner number 3 and out of corner number 4. And Jax Young is going to pick up heat race win number 2. Nicholas Ely there in second, Michael Vitale in third, and Robert Brenneman in that 4th and final transfer spot. And everybody else, unfortunately, going to be going to the consolation races. We're going to get ready here for heat race number 3 on the evening. Heat race number 3 about to get underway, and I do believe this is the final heat race of the night. So the night coming to a close rather quickly as the final heat race coming underway here. And starting on the pole in this one, in the 99 ride, that is Billy Roberts in that Gears Unlimited number 99 machine, as he's going to lead us down to the green flag here in heat race number 3. Chris Cox now to his inside as the 99 ride is going to choose that high side, going to work with that high side momentum here. Is now to his inside in position number 2, the 515 of Chris Cox, and then we see in position number 3, the 9 ride of Ryan Stillwell, Joel Burton, Blake Parsons, Caleb Gwynn, and Eddie Neal rounding out our field as we are green flag racing here with heat race number 3. Heat race number 3 underway, and already we see one driver up into the outside wall. The caution flag, if you believe it's gonna fly here. It's the 12 ride of Joel Burton getting up into the outside wall, almost going upside down, but they're going to throw that caution flag pretty quickly here. Is an unfortunate break there for that 12 machine as he gets up into the outside wall, and that one's going to hurt. Right here, he slides in, goes a little bit too deep into the corner, gets up into that outside wall, luckily enough, falls back onto all 4 wheels, but not enough as the caution flag already out for that 12 ride. Our official is making sure that everyone is safe and everything is clear on the track. He could have went upside down or could have been pointed in the wrong direction. They're throwing that caution flag, making sure that the track stays nice and clear, and making sure that that driver is okay as he was almost upside down there. All right, as we're going to get ready to go back to green flag racing, Billy Roberts still out in front here as we are back to green flag racing. The 99 machine leads the way here out in front, showing these drivers how to get it done. Yo, Michael Overstreet coming in, smashing that like on the stream. What is good, Michael? What is good, my boy? Coming in, showing that love, smashing the like on the stream. What is good, homie? How you doing? How you doing, my boy? Good job in that last race, homie. A great win and a huge congratulations once again to you picking up that checkered flag, man. Huge win as Billy Roberts right now out in front in that Gears Unlimited number 99 ride, trying to hold off Chris Cox. Cox right there in second. Ryan Stillwell there in third. Blake Parsons there in fourth with Caleb O'Ginn there in position number 5 on the outside of a transfer spot. Looking in, he knows he needs to pick up one more spot to work his way straight into the A main. Is that Apex Industries number 25 X ride trying to work his way into the show. All these drivers doing a great job, battling hard all around the racetrack. You're absolutely welcome, my boy. You're absolutely welcome, homie. Man, these guys putting on one heck of a show here once again for us as all these drivers out on the racetrack battling hard as Blake Parsons trying to hold on to that fourth and final transfer spot, but out in front, it's all Billy Roberts. Roberts is going to see 2 more laps left to go here. Roberts with 2 more circuits left here to pick up heat race win number 3. Chris Cox right there in second, trying to hunt him down. Ryan Stillwell and Blake Parsons rounding out our 4 transfer positions in heat race number 3 as we see that white flag fly one more time around here for the 99 machine as he heads down into corner number 3 and out of corner number 4. One more shot there for the 515. He can't get there as the 99 ride of Billy Roberts picks up heat race win number 3 in the evening. Chris Cox there in second, Ryan Stillwell in third, and Blake Parsons picking up that 4th and final transfer spot. But it looks like we're going to skip the consolation race, and everybody is going to make it into the show here in this one as well. Nobody is going to get sent home early. No one's going to be joining the fans in the stands. Everyone is going to have their opportunity at picking up the checkered flag here tonight in this one as we're going to get ready for a little bit of a warm-up action here. These drivers are going to jump out onto the racetrack, I do believe, for a quick little warm-up session. So they got about 2.5 minutes here to jump out there and gonna get their cars rolling here. It doesn't look like anyone's gonna jump out there. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe they were just teasing us, chat. Maybe they were just teasing us. Whew. All right. Well, so far, ladies and gentlemen, a heck of a show. A lot of great racing action, man. We've seen some crazy wrecks. We've seen some wicked finishes here in the first 2 races, and we're going to get ready here for the A-Main, our final A-Main feature event of the evening. We've already seen 2 A-Mains take place. We've already had 2 drivers down here in Victory Lane. Who's it going to be here in our 3rd race of the evening? Do we see a new face down here in Victory Lane, or do we see someone who's already picked up a checkered flag? I mean, Jax Young looked very, very good in heat race number 2 there. That actually, heat race number 1. Was it heat race number 1 or heat race number 2? Heat race number 2. He was in heat race number 2, and he looked very, very stout. He looked very good out there on the racetrack. A very fast car out there in these modifieds as he picked up the 358 modified feature win early on in the evening. I don't know, do we think he gets it done here in the big blocks? I mean, I don't know. Brett Carey looked very good as well out there. And that 99 ride of Billy Roberts looked very, very strong out there as well, man. And there's a lot of fast cars there ready to pounce. And one simple mistake, one slip up can quickly end somebody's evening, can quickly take them out of contention. So we'll have to wait and see how this all plays out as, man, it's going to come down to the end of, like, the final lap. I'm feeling a very final lap pass for the lead here in these big block modifieds for the checkered flag, but I could be wrong, but I feel like it's going to be a great battle here down at the very end of this one for this finish, as I do believe our practice session here is about over, so these drivers are going to get no practice here. They're going to just warm up their cars down pit side, just kind of making sure that their cars are set up right, making sure they got the right amount of fuel in, making sure that, they're ready to rock and roll here for the start of this feature event, as the practice session here, the warm-up session is over, and that means we're going to get these drivers lining up here down pit side for our feature event, our A main about to get underway. These drivers all loaded in and ready to rock and roll here, and we're going to get ready to see some wicked, wicked racing action. If you guys are just tuning in, make sure y'all hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that follow button. If you're tuning in over on YouTube, make sure you hit that subscribe button, as we're going to get ready to rock and roll here with our A main feature event. You guys came here for a show. Well, here you go, as we're going to get ready to set these drivers loose. See if we can get a good song going here for this one. Let me see here. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome in, as we're going to get ready to rock and roll here with our final feature event of the evening. Final race of the night, as the Vattel Motorsports Big Blocks for the Outlaw Racing League, presented by Gears Unlimited, is about to get underway. We're going to get ready here for our starting lineup. Starting on the pole in this one, in the 88 ride, that is Grant Wesley. To his inside in the 99, that is Billy Roberts. Starting in position number 3 in that number 24 ride, that is Jax Young. And starting to his outside in the 524, that is Brett Carey. Starting in position number 5 on the inside of row number 3 in the 15 ride, that is Nicholas Ely. And to his outside in the 515, that is Chris Cox. Then we see inside of row number 4 in the 57 is Scott Schroyer. Into his outside in the 213, that is Michael Vitale. And starting inside of row number 5 in the 9 ride, that is Ryan Stillwell. Into his outside, starting in position number 10, is the 7 ride of Briggs Kiker. Then we see Robert Brenneman, Blake Parsons, Rick Gibson, Jason Butterfield, Caleb Quinn, Kieran Roundtree, Randall Dixon, Jesse Ingram, Eddie Neal, Joel Barton, Hunter Livesey, Josh Anders, and Jake Henry rounding out our field, as we are quickly green flag racing here in this one. The fireworks setting off here at Eldora Speedway is out in front. It is all Grant Wesley, as Wesley leads the way early on in this one. Putting that pedal to the metal as the 88 ride continues to try and pull away more and more and more here. But he's got the 24 ride right there on his back door. The 24 trying to jump up there and take this lead away, as he's all over the back bumper of our leader, Billy Roberts. Doing a great job there in position number 3 as Roberts. In that 3rd position on the racetrack, Nicholas Ely there in position number 4 in the 524 of Brett Carey, sliding back there into position number 5. The tough break there for Brett Carey. Scott Schroyer up into 6 with Chris Cox right there in 7th. To see these drivers up on the high side and on the bottom side, as we see the first caution flag here of this A main. The first caution flag coming out, as we're going to take a look back and see what happens. As it looks like here in Roundtree in the 2 ride, unfortunately, he's going to get up maybe into the outside wall right there. Oh, a tough break there for Roundtree, getting up into that outside wall, going for a bit of a ride. A tough break there for him, as that 2 ride, man, he's had a rough night so far. I think so far, if there was a lucky dog or an unlucky dog, I think it'd be going to him, as I think he's gotten into almost every single wreck on this racetrack here tonight. Seems to always get a piece of somebody and something, and unfortunately right there, he gets a piece of that outside wall. A tough break there for the 2 machine. We're going to get these drivers stacked back up. We're going to get ready to go back to green flag racing. Grant Wesley out in front here, trying to pick up the checkered flag in that Animal Racing NOS Energy number 88 ride, as he leads the way. Jax Young there in position number 2 with Billy Roberts in that 3rd spot. Nicholas Ellie there in fourth with Brett Carey to his outside in position number 5. As the lights are turned off, that official iRacing pace truck, we're going to get ready to set these drivers back loose. Pace truck going to make that hard left-hand turn back down pit side. We're going to see these drivers get that green flag back out in the air. This racetrack right now still has a lot of moisture in it, but it's starting to slick off slowly but surely, and that's going to make this racetrack very, very tough for these big block modifieds. As we are back to green flag racing, and a great restart there for Grant Wesley. As Wesley out in front, Jax Young quickly up to the high side there in position number 2 as he tries to hunt down that 88 right, trying to get back to his rear bumper. Nicholas Ely being able to work that high side here. He's able to jump up and take that third spot away from Billy Roberts, as Roberts back to third, and you see Brett Carey stuck right down in the middle here as they're 3 wide racing back here for position number 5. The 5:15 ride of Chris Cox up on the high side, the 9 ride of Ryan Stillwell down on the bottom side, some contact. Carey gets into the 5:15, they're all stacking up, upside down goes the 57 ride. The 57 ride going upside down in a tough break there. So I do believe that was Scott Schroyer going for a wild ride in corner number 1 after some heavy contact. So a lot of drivers get a piece of this one. So I don't even know where we start with this one, chat. I don't even know where we start with this one. Let's take a look here at what happens to Robert Brederman as Brederman gets into this as well. As this is all unfolding in front of him. He gets on the binders to avoid it. The 777 ride gets in the back of him, spins him around, and as he's parked in the middle of the racetrack, the 111 ride drives into the side of him. So a tough break there for Randall Dixon as he gets a big piece of that one. We'll take a look back up here at, I do believe, let me see if we can find Mr. Nope, not Eddie Neal. We're looking for Mr. Brett Carey. There we go. There's Carey. It's Carey right here, 3 wide out of corner number 4. Just kind of runs out of racing room, gets up into the 5:15. They make some contact. The 5:15 ride almost goes around. Then Carey almost going around himself there. See a couple drivers going upside down on a tough break there for the 57 ride of Scott Schroyer. As Schroyer going around here. See if we can get a good look inside of Scott Schroyer's ride. Is just trying to avoid this one onto the binders here, trying to stay off of that 524 machine. Then unfortunately gets hit from behind, goes upside down himself. A tough break there for the 57 machine. All right, we're going to get these drivers sacked back up, and we're going to get ready to go back to green flag racing. The green flag going to come back out here as we're going to get these drivers lined back up and ready to go back to battle. The 88 ride out in front. Grant Wesley leading the way. You see the 24 ride taking the high side here on this restart. That's going to give the bottom side to the 15 ride of Nicholas Ely. Billy Roberts there in the 99 ride in position number 5. Rick Gibson with a great run in the 38 ride as that Animal Racing machine up inside the top 5 now. As he's worked his way up towards the front. You see the 213 and the 55 ride there, as well as Michael Vitale and Blake Parsons work their way up towards the front of the field. As we're going to go back to green flag racing as the green flag back out in the air. Grant Wesley leads the way with Jax Young right there in position number 2. Nicholas Ely and Rick Gibson battle for position number 3. Here you see Billy Roberts right there in 5th, but here comes the 12 ride of Joel Burton as Burton trying to jump up. Battle here for a top 5, but the caution flag going to come back out. Caution flag number 3 coming back out here. As we're going to take a look and see what happens, as it looks like Jason Butterfield, unfortunately, 93 ride, looks like he gets up into the outside wall here in corner number 3. Goes upside down, goes for a bit of a wild ride there himself. And a tough break. That's about the 3rd or 4th time we've seen this poor number 93 ride get up into that outside wall and go for a wild ride here. As we're going to take another look at this one and see what happens. Oh. Yeah, That's a tough break there for the 93 ride. Another tough race there for him as he's been collected by that outside wall a few times here. Couple tough breaks and a couple times smacking that outside wall, really hurting his odds of getting good finishes, and definitely not the way you want to get the series started. As he's going to park down pit side here. You see Scott Schroyer down there as well, getting some work done to the 57 ride. Robert Brenneman down there as well. Kieran Roundtree, fortunately, already out of the race here as the 2 ride has already parked that ride and put it back up on the trailer. He's joined the fans in the stands here. We're going to get ready to stack these drivers back up, and we're going to get ready to go back to green flag racing. But this time, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to jump into a Peacemaker Gaming. Crank it up, so crank up that volume and cheer on your favorite drivers as we're going to crank it up here for a Peacemaker Gaming Crank It Up restart. It's the caution flag coming back out here once again. The caution flag flying here. We're going to take a look back and see what brings out the next caution flag. As I'm not sure what happened there. Looks like Blake Parson and Brett Carey, both of them having a great run just outside the top 5 here. 55 ride gets up into the outside wall. Brett Carey just right down the middle, nowhere to go, but man, oh man, that 55 ride goes for a wild spill here. Wowzers, what a wild ride. The 55 ride up into the outside wall. It's tagged there by Carey, then goes upside down here and rolls for quite a little while. The screen goes black there for some reason, but man, tough break. Blake Parsons is unfortunately that car pretty tore up. See the rear end all bent out of shape. He's gonna have to take that ride down pit side. Brett Carey also getting a good piece of that one. Having himself not the run that he would want as he started up towards the front, and then things have just went awry here for that 524 ride. Big hit right there and some pretty heavy rear end damage to his ride as well. All right, as we're going to get these drivers stacked back up, we're going to get ready to go back to green flag racing here. Quite a few caution flags early on here in this one as these drivers continue to beat and bang and battle all around the racetrack. Having a little bit of a rough go here in this one, but if you guys are just tuning in, make sure y'all hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that follow button. If you're watching over on YouTube, make sure you hit that subscribe button as we're going to get ready to go back to green flag racing. The lights are turned off, that official iRacing base truck, and we're going to get ready to set these drivers back loose. We're going to see that. We're going to see the yellow lights come back on the pace truck there, so we're going to get another lap here. All right, as we're going to go back to green flag racing, and we're going to continue with our Peacemaker Gaming. Crank it up. Crank up that volume and cheer on your favorite drivers. All right, as the Peacemaker Gaming Crank It Up caution flag going to come out. Once again, these drivers having a little bit of a rough go here. Is the caution flag going to come back out once again? We're going to take a look and see what happens to Josh Anders, Billy Roberts, all getting collected here in this one. 18 ride comes down the racetrack over the 777 ride. They go up into the outside wall. Billy Roberts in there getting shoved in by Parsons a little bit. The 7 ride of, we believe that is the 7 of Briggs Kiker as he gets collected in that one as well. Going upside down and a couple heavy licks there. Josh Anderson, unfortunately though, bringing out that caution flag. Cuts down the racetrack over the 777 ride, and everyone just kind of piling in there. The 7 ride gets up into the outside wall, goes upside down. Billy Roberts trying to get checked up quick enough, so didn't the 55 ride. Get a couple tough licks in there as you see the 7 ride of Briggs Kiker parked down pit side. A tough break for him. Josh Anders down there as well. As we're going to get ready to go back to green flag racing as Grant Wesley continues to lead the way here in the 88 ride. And you see that send it sticker right there out of the front of the dash. He is getting ready to send it here once again, looking to try and pick up the checkered flag here in these big block modifieds. Jax Young, though, right there in position number 2, and a great run there by Rick Gibson as Gibson up into position number 3. Those drivers are going to have something to say about this one before the night is over as they want to jump up there and take that top spot away from the 88 ride. We're going to have to see if he can hold these drivers off or if he can stay out in front and lead this one from green to checkered. He's been out in front all night long so far, but we haven't had too many laps underway here as we've seen quite a few caution flags early on in this one as these big block modifieds have proven very difficult for a lot of these drivers out here in this one. Harry cheering on, Jax cheering him on. Let's go, baby. Taco Tornado. Taco Tornado, is that's what's up right there. Taco Tornado. I'd be in for a taco tornado right now. I'm a little hungry. I'm a little bit hungry right now. I'd definitely go for a taco tornado. All right, as we're going to get ready to set these drivers back loose, Grant Wesley, Jax Young, and Rick Gibson, 1, 2, and 3 right there as we are back to green flag racing. Wesley still out in front. Wesley doing what he does best, and that's leading these laps as he continues to lead the way here. The 88 ride out in front, the 24 wide there on his back bumper, and we're going to see that caution flag come back out here in the middle of this one as the caution flag coming back out as that 24 ride was just getting wound up, ready to rock and roll, ready to start to put the pressure on to that 88 machine of Grant Wesley as we're going to see the caution flag fly here one more time. We're going to take a look back and see what happens. It looks like Hunter 5 say, unfortunately, going to get up into the outside wall here. Start with a little bit of damage. He's going to come down the racetrack into the inside wall, then trying to get back onto it. Unfortunately, that car parked down on the inside. He's going to take it down pit side, but stomping on the racetrack. Unfortunately, that is going to throw a caution flag. A tough break there. That Bush Light number 97 ride. Not having the runs he would wish for here tonight, as he's had a little bit of a rough draw in this one. We're going to get these drivers lined back up, and we're going to get ready to go back to green flag racing. Jax Young has been slowly but surely sticking right there with that 88 ride. I don't think he's had enough green flag laps to really give it a solid shot at trying to get around that 88 ride. He's been right there. He's been able to reel him in after the restarts, be able to close into his back bumper, but he hasn't been able to make a move yet. We'll have to wait and see if he can get something underway here. Nice little green flag run right here as the lights are off, that official iRacing pace truck, and we're going to get ready to go back to green flag racing. As the 88 ride out in front, we're going to see that green flag back out in the air. 88 of Grant Wesley out in front. Jax Young right there in second. Rick Gibson down on the bottom side in position number 3. Now the 24 wide with a big shot down low here. He's going to look to go for a little bit of a slide job as they're 3 wide. They're coming out of corner number 4. A big run, though, on the high side for Grant Wesley as he's using that high side momentum to stay out in front. Wesley continues to lead the way. You see Jax Young now down to his inside once again with a big run. He's going to slide up in front of the 88 ride. The 88's going to go, cut him back over and cross underneath him. The big slide job coming back in 3 and 4 for the 88 machine. Jax Young is going to stay there to his inside as the yellow flag flies. Man, a great battle here brewing between that 88 and the 24 ride. Was just getting underway, and that caution flag coming back out. I'm not sure. Pretty sure they're going to score the 88 ride of Grant Wesley still out in front leading this pack. So a tough break there for the 24 ride as he was all over him there. Good crossovers and everything else, as unfortunately looks like Joel Burton is going to go around here and bring the caution flag out as some contact between him and the 213 ride sends the 12 ride up into the outside wall. A tough break there for the 12 machine. Joel Burton, as he's going to go for a wild ride there after some contact between himself and the 213. I do believe that is the 213 of Michael Vitale. We'll take another look and see what happens. Like Vitale just sends it in there a little bit deeper than the 12 ride does. The 57 ride getting a big chunk of that one. Some pretty heavy damage there for Scott Stroyer, as well as Stroyer driving right into the side of that 12 machine. A couple more tore up race cars, and another caution flag means we're going to get them stacked back up and ready to go back to green flag racing. I don't know. Just saw Michael Vitale unfortunately take that ride down pit side. I don't know what happened to him, but oh my. Tough break there for Michael Vitale. I'm not sure if he was already taking that ride down pit side, but after that heavy damage driving it into the outside wall is definitely going to park him down in the infield here. But bad situation there, and a tough break there for that 213 ride. It's going to take him out of contention of a good run here tonight, as he was up inside the top 10, up in just outside of the top 5 here, trying to work his way inside the top 5 after that caution flag. And now being parked down pit side is definitely not where you want to be. It's a tough break there for him, but we're going to get ready to set these drivers back loose as the 88 ride of Grant Wesley out in front here. The lights are turned off, that official iRacing pace truck. He's going to make the left-hand turn down pit lane, and we're going to set these drivers back loose. The 88 ride of Grant Wesley trying to hold off the hard-charging Jax Young is Young right there in position number 2. All over the back bumper of the 88 ride. Rick Gibson down on the bottom side here as the Animal Racing number 38 ride having himself a wicked night of racing action as the caution flag is going to come back out here. Caution flag coming back out once again as it looks like Briggs Kiker, unfortunately, the 7 ride, a little bit of a 3 wide battle right here to get up into the outside wall. Gonna go upside down and go for a bit of a ride there himself. Seen a few drivers, unfortunately, get claimed by that outside wall here tonight, and this time it's the 7 ride. That Busch Light number 7. Getting up at that outside wall and going for a crazy spill up here in corner number 3. Some heavy damage as he takes that ride down pit side. Fortunately, though, that means we're going to get another caution flag. That means we're going to have to restack the field here and get ready to go back to green flag racing once again. The 88 ride of Grant Wesley trying to hit these restarts absolutely perfect here. He's got 2 very fast race cars right there behind him, and as these caution flags continue to come out, we see Ryan Stillwell continuing to close the gap here as well. He's up into position number 4, and Brett Carey back up inside the top 5 here. So the 9 and the 524 ride back up inside the top 5. We believe that is the 318 ride of Eddie Neal with a good run up there in position number 6. Caleb O'Ginn up into 7th there in that Apex Industries number 25X. Scott Schroyer there in 9th. Billy Roberts there in 11th with the 777 ride of Jesse Ingram there in position number 10 as we're going to get these drivers stacked back up, and we're going to go back to green flag racing as the green flag back out in the air here once again at Eldora Speedway. The 88 rider Grant Wesley leads the way with Jax Young there in 2nd. Rick Gibson down low trying to work that bottom side. Still, it's the bottom side. Still has a lot of grip down there. You can see these guys getting some good laps down on the bottom side. But here comes Jax Young as Young with the big slider there in corner number 1 and 2 in the caution flag. Gonna come back out. Man, oh man, oh man, it seems like every time that 24 ride mounts a challenge, the caution flag coming back out. Saving grace there for the 88 ride of Grant Wesley as he's going to have to battle hard to keep that 24 ride at bay, but a caution flag coming back out here once again, and I do believe, oh man, a little bit of announcer's curse. We're talking about how Eddie Neal was having such a good run in that 25X ride as well with a good run, and we're going to see a couple of these guys come together here. 318 down on the bottom side. We see the 777 right up on the high side. Schroyer getting a piece of that one. Randall Dixon getting in there as well as Schroyer hard into the wall here as well. 777 ride goes for a big spill up on the high side. 111 ride of Randall Dixon driving into that one, and a lot of tore up race cars once again. You see Schroyer going upside down after that rear end being pretty busted up. He's going to take that ride down pit side. Tough night there for the 57 machine as it looks like we're going to go single file restarts here. So single file restarts from here on out as the 88 ride of Grant Wesley trying to hold off Jax Young as Young there in position number 2. Rick Gibson in 3rd as we are back to green flag racing and a good restart there out of the 88 ride. The 88 ride out in front, the 24 trying to close the gap down the backstretch. Here's a big run out of corner number 2, trying to close back into the rear bumper here of Grant Wesley as we got about 15 more laps left to go here as they cross the start-finish line. A big slide job up there from the 24 ride. Here comes the 88 of Grant Wesley down low. He's going to go for the slide job here in corner number 3 and 4. He can't close the door as the 24 ride of Jax Young with a big run up there on the high side takes the lead away. And the caution flag going to come out here. I'm not sure what the caution flag is coming out here for. Maybe they called the race there. I'm not sure what happened. Huh. Interesting. Looks like maybe they called the race early there. Not sure how they're going to call this one.
Hello?
Yo, what's good? Yo, what's good, Clayton? We calling that one early, or?
Yes, sir, we are. I think it's new season jitters. It's been quite the night. Guys are getting flustered, and it seems as if it's only going to get worse. So we are going to call that. Top 3 is still going to come up for their interviews, but yeah, we're going to go ahead and call that one. Have a big old meeting here, and hopefully be out of here before midnight so we can get everything discussed. Go get some food, and some of us got to be up real early in the morning, so we're going to call it for tonight.
Perfect. All right. Well, what are we going to call the top 3 there? Was it Jax that was out in front there on the final lap?
Yeah, I took a picture when they crossed the line. Top 3, your winner is Jax Young. Second place is Grant Wesley, and third place, all the way from 13th. Wow, what a run for Rick Gibson. That is your top 3.
Perfect. Beauty. All right, so I know how to pull them up here. Okay, well, I mean, it sucks to see that. Sucks to see it end early, but you guys got to do what you guys got to do. And, I mean, hey, you know what? It was still a lot of fun. We had a good time up here in the chat and a lot of fun up here in the broadcast booth. So, I mean, we'll see you next Tuesday, and hopefully, you know, have everything ready to rock and roll and everyone on the same page, and see you guys back out here for some more good battles and good racing.
Absolutely. Thanks to everybody that tuned in. Just as one of the admins, going to apologize if any of the viewers didn't like the racing. We're not used to that at Outlaw, but this meeting should squash a lot of it. Next Tuesday, we should be back to the standard hard, clean racing that we're used to.
Beauty, Clayton. Well, thanks for jumping up here and letting us know, making sure that we knew what was going on there at the end of this one.
Yes, sir. Take care, y'all.
You as well. All right, ladies and gentlemen, well, you heard it there from the man with the plan. That means we are going to call it there on that note a little bit early here, as we saw a lot of caution flags there. We want to make sure everyone kind of, you know, figured out what they had going on here, so they called it about 10 laps early there, 15 laps early. Called it there on lap number 25, and that means our race winner in the number 24 ride for the second time here tonight is that 24 machine of Jax Young, as Young going to pick up the checkered flag here in the big block modifieds. We're going to pull that 24 ride up here into the Discord. Hey, Jax, it's Aaron up here in the Peacemaker Broadcasting booth. You get a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Jax, my boy, a little bit of a tough one here. We saw a lot of caution flags, a lot of restarts. We saw that 24 ride having a lot of speed, being able to, you know, continue to mount these challenges over Grant Wesley there, trying to jump up and take that lead earlier on. But unfortunately, every time it seemed like you guys started to get a good battle going, the caution flag would come back out. You would give that spot back, or you guys wouldn't be able to continue that momentum and that good, you know, little battle you guys had brewing there. How did you keep your focus into this one as you guys continue to battle throughout this one, and, you know, obviously having the race end like that a little bit early, but being able to, you know, finally get out in front, pick up that lead, and pick up the checkered flag here for the second time tonight?
Yeah, to be honest with you, I don't know. When I heard it was going to be a green-white checkered at the end, I was like, I got to step on my game. So I had to get a good start and throw a slider, and hopefully he would mess up cutting down under me, and he had a good run, but I had a better run. So I had a better run going up to the top side in 3 and 4, so I knew it. No, I knew I had it. But yeah, it was a good race for us up front, but not really overall. So it's a good thing I know I'm leading points in 358 in the big block, leading in the week too.
Absolutely, man, and it's never too early to start thinking about those points and thinking about, you know, making sure you can continue to have these good, solid runs. And I mean, the way it looks, man, that 24 ride is absolutely very, very stout in these modifieds. You got these things absolutely figured out, and you're very, very fast here. And I'm sure we'll be talking to you up here in the broadcast booth quite a bit throughout the season in these modifieds.
Yeah, hopefully.
Absolutely, Jax. Well, congratulations on picking up the checkered flag here in the Big Block Modified Series. Who would you like to thank for such a, you know, strong run here tonight in this one, and another great-looking race car down here in Victory Lane?
Yeah, I can't thank everybody that helps me get me where I'm at right now. Hand lettering for the sick wrap. You for putting up the broadcast, for Clayton for putting it on. Gears Unlimited. HY Pressure Washing Painting. my mom, my dad, and about it. EPI, Elite Performance Industries, and all my teammates over there.
Beauty. Well, Jax, congratulations on picking up the second checkered flag here tonight for yourself, as another great run and another great drive there for the 24 run. We look forward to seeing you down here next Tuesday and hopefully maybe back up here in Victory Lane once again.
Yeah, thank you. It's a good broadcast. I enjoy watching Under Yellows.
Beauty. Absolutely, my boy. Absolutely. Well, hopefully you'll be able to go back and rewatch some of the other racing and see some of the green flag action as well.
Yeah, thank you.
Absolutely. Have yourself a wonderful night, Jax, and don't party too hard down there in Victory Lane. All right, ladies and gentlemen, give it up there for our race winner, Jax Young, as he picks up the checkered flag here for the second time this evening in that 24 ride, as he picks it up and picks up another checkered flag and coming home in position number 2 in the 88 ride, looking very good all night long. Led a lot of laps, but those caution flags slowly but surely ate away at him, and unfortunately getting beat right there at the line by the 24 ride. Coming up in position number 2, it's Grant Wesley, as Wesley coming home in position number 2 here tonight. Hey Grant, it's Aaron up here on the Peacemaker Broadcasting booth. You got a copy?
Hey, Aaron.
Man, a good run here tonight in this one. That 88 ride looked very, very stout, but unfortunately just getting beat there at the end of this one by the 24 ride, as it looked like you two were, once again primed and ready to have another great battle there, and unfortunately he just beat you across the start-finish line to snag this one away from you here tonight.
Yeah, old Jax, he was better than I was all night here in the big blocks. My heart goes out to him, because I know he started exchanging sliders and then the caution would come out, and I could tell he was a little bit quicker, but hey, I was just playing the game. I keep her up top and run the race the way I can. But yeah, they're late in the race. I knew that we were doing a green-white checkered, and I ran top 1 and 2, and or I crossed him over coming off 2, and I was throwing the slider back into 3, and I was hoping he would cross me over, so I was kind of shutting her down a little early, to try to park the car in the middle of the track on the exit, but he read me like a book, and he just went around the outside and won the race. He earned it. Congratulations to him.
Absolutely, man. A great race by the both of you guys here in this one, as you guys put on a heck of a show. Trying to get some good battles there every once in a while. We saw you guys starting to, mount up a good challenge there. A couple of slide jobs back and forth. And as you said, the caution flag would come out. So a little bit of a rough one here for the big blocks, as we saw quite a few caution flags there. And really hard to keep your mental focus after having, 2 races already. You guys have ran a ton of laps, and here you are late in this one, late at night, and you see all these caution flags while you're got all the pressure of all these fast drivers right there nipping at your heels, man. How did you keep your mental focus and everything together here late in this one?
Yeah, you just you just have to. It was easy being out front. I'm not gonna lie. I was just keep my eyes pointing forward. Just stay out of the mirror and just focus on what you're doing. Do your job.
Absolutely, my boy. Well, a huge congratulations on another second place run here in that 88 ride, looking very, very stout. And being up here in the broadcast booth again means that, overall you had yourself a fairly decent night. A couple, top 3 finishes here to start the season off, and another good run here in the big block modifieds. Grant, who'd you got to thank for another strong performance here tonight?
Yeah, not a bad night getting 2 podiums. So yeah, I'll take that any week. But yeah, I'd like to thank A&J Landscaping, Gears Unlimited, and Billy Roberts, Vitali Motorsports, Tight Lines Apparel, Clayton for everything he does. Man, this is such an awesome league. I look forward to every Tuesday. You, Aaron, with Peacemaker Gaming, thanks for doing your hard work and calling our race for us. Looking forward to watching your broadcast back here. I'd like to thank or congratulate Rick Gibson on a 3rd. That's my teammate. So we got 2 cars on the podium. That's good. I'd like to thank my teammates with Animal Racing, Scott, Ryan, Rick, and Zane. Thank my friends and family for watching, and my girlfriend Brittany.
Beauty. Well, Grant, congrats on a solid run here once again tonight, my boy. Hopefully we'll see you back up here in the broadcast booth next Tuesday.
Yeah, let's make a habit out of this.
Absolutely. See you, my dude, and have yourself a wonderful night.
Yep, you as well.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, give it up there for that 88 rider, Grant Wesley, as he comes home in position number 2 here in this one. Another good run, another good drive there for that 88 riders. We're going to pull our 3rd place finisher in now. 38 ride of Rick Gibson, as Gibson able to jump up and pick up that 3rd spot and park that ride up here on the podium. So we're going to pull the 38 here into the broadcast booth. Give it up here for Rick Gibson. Hey, Rick, it's Aaron up here in the Peacemaker Broadcasting booth. You get a copy?
I got you, bud.
Rick, my boy, what a run and what a drive, man. We saw you started back there in the 13th position. You were able to work your way through, some carnage and some contact and work your way towards the front and, not having a whole lot of green flag laps here in the final race of the evening. Being able to park that 38 right up here on the podium, picking up 10 positions, it's got to feel pretty good.
Yeah, starting off how we did, bad quali run, and then, getting shuffled back there during the heat, and, just going through all that. I think we started 13th, like you said, 13th, and making our way forward. Felt pretty good. Old adage, run where there ain't, so just pretty much hugged that bottom and started to work. So I just figured I'll try and get as many as I could down there.
Absolutely. Well, you picked them off pretty quickly and worked yourself into that 3rd spot. Unfortunately, coming up a couple spots short here is that 24 ride and the 88 were both wicked fast here tonight, but that 38 ride was working, as he said, down on the bottom side of the racetrack, absolutely perfect. That high side started to go away a little bit more, maybe a little bit quicker, or, if we had, more green flag laps, I feel like that 38 would have been, very, very good down the bottom side, and we might have been able to see you jump up there and maybe take this win away from that 24 ride.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Jax is super fast. Grant as well. I mean, anytime you're up there with those guys, you got to be on your A game. So, just kind of being stuck on the bottom there, I couldn't really go up to the top. I would maybe get like a 1 and 2 run, and then would get a caution or something like that. So not really being able to figure out the top for that kind of maybe hindered it a little bit. But hey, I mean, we're on the box, we're on the podium, so I'm happy with that.
Absolutely, my boy. Well, a good run and a good way to get the series started here for these big block modifieds with the Outlaw Racing League presented by Gears Unlimited. Rick, who would you like to thank here tonight for such a strong performance in that 38 ride?
Yeah, just like he said, Billy Roberts with Gears Unlimited, coming on board with Clayton Hack with Outlaw Racing. I know tonight really didn't show up, but this is usually a pretty good racing league. So I've had a lot of fun racing with these guys, and I know we got a lot of newcomers. So I just hope they kind of stick around, just hang around and try and get this thing worked out. But everybody else that helps out with the Outlaw Racing League, my teammates, Animal Racing, Grant Wesley, Scott Schroyer, Ryan Stillwell, Zane Walters, anytime I'm in a room with them or we're in a race, we always make it fun. So yeah, that's pretty much about it, except for you jumping on board with your broadcast, Peacemaker, and then doing the broadcast. So I'll be looking forward to watching the replay of that.
Beauty. Well, Rick, congratulations on a solid 3rd place run. Hopefully we can see that momentum continue to build, and hopefully we'll see that 38 ride back up here in the broadcast booth next week and throughout the season.
Yeah, Aaron, that's the plan. So hopefully we can make a couple more of these shows and get to talk to you a lot more often.
Absolutely, my boy. Well, congrats on the 3rd place run here tonight, and hopefully you have yourself a wonderful, wonderful rest of your evening.
Yeah, you do the same, bud. Thanks again.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, give it up there for that 38 ride of Rick Gibson, as Rick coming home there in position number 3 here tonight, man. A good run there by the 38 ride, picking up 10 spots and moving his way through the field and up to the front there, coming up 2 spots short of the checkered flag. But, man, a great run and a great drive here tonight for that 38 machine. Unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it for us here this evening. The racing action has come to a close here tonight as these guys put on a wicked, wicked event here for us. Some wicked, wicked racing, and, man, a great broadcast, man. This is not very often that we go live for 3 hours, almost 4 hours, man. It's not very often that we go live for that long. So really cool, series, really cool. way to do things, and everything else is, you know, we have, you know, 3 races back to back to back, and putting on a wicked show here for all of the fans in the stands. And man, that was a lot of fun and a great time here, and I'm glad to have each and every one of you guys tuning in and having fun and having a good night here and enjoying some wicked racing action. But unfortunately, that is going to be the end of it here tonight in this one. So I hope you guys all have yourselves a wonderful evening. Hope you guys have yourselves a wonderful night, and a huge thank you to everyone coming in with the likes, the shares, the comments, the star senders, anyone coming in with the you know, follows or the subscribes over on YouTube. A huge thank you and welcome to the Peacemaker crew once again, coming in, joining the Peacemaker family, and hitting that follow or subscribe button on YouTube. Absolutely means a lot to me as we continue to build and become bigger and bigger and better every single day of the week. But unfortunately, we're going to call it there. So ladies and gentlemen, I hope you guys have yourselves a wonderful evening. Hope you guys have yourselves a wonderful night, and I will see you guys all tomorrow evening for some more racing action, as we got some late models underway tomorrow night with the Sim 500 League. That'll get kicked off right around probably about 8:45-ish, somewhere around 8:45 p.m. Eastern time tomorrow night for some more racing action. So I look forward to seeing you guys all there in that one, and I hope you guys all have a wonderful evening. Peace out, ladies and gentlemen. Peace out for now, baby.